The Cubs have won 9 straight.
And it was a strike. And the Cubs sweep the series. It's all over. Cubs win the ball game by a score of 8-3. The Cubs have won 9 in a row. They have won 15 consecutive Wrigley Field ball games.
Cubs radio network on the call. They take down the Reds 8-3. It was also their 15th straight victory at Wrigley Field. The Nationals topped the Twins 7-5, and the Yankees knocked out the Rangers 9-2. The NCAA Men's and Women's Basketball Selection Committee have officially approved the expansion of the NCAA tournaments to 76 teams starting next season. In the NBA, Game 2 between the Cavs and Pistons will tip off in about 10 minutes from now in Detroit. Pistons have a 1-0 series lead. Game 2 between the Lakers and Thunder will tip off at 9:30 Eastern Time. I'm Brianna Muro.
Elijah, put the camera on me. Sweetie.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, dack, a ack.
Enter, brother.
That's right. Come on in. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3.
How many?
Not 4.
What about it?
Not 5.
Thank you, LeBron.
Not 6.
Is that how many?
Not 7.
They're gonna lose by today?
They're going to lose by today?
I really believe it.
Not 25.
Give me 20. I'll take the bet.
Not 30.
Give me 20.
Not 35.
Give me 20.
Yeah, I'll give you 20.
Too soon, bro.
Dang, that's so bad. How crazy is that you'll give me 20?
I'll give you 20 no matter how you
that's
listen
wild.
in. Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, look
We'll do it live.
on YouTube.
Do it live.
Thank you, Bill.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
That's right. Say my name.
Do it.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the odd couple on this TV theme song Thursday.
Woo-hoo!
And guess what? You'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Ben Maller.
At least when people are still awake.
Come on, Ben.
Sorry about
Gotta
that.
count it. I mean, otherwise, I don't
That's
even
right.
know where you're listening from.
That's
I'm a fun guy.
Thank you, Ben. Is that you?
Obviously, I love the game of basketball.
No, I didn't
Ben
know
can't
that,
just
Ben.
give you the whole spiel.
I mean, it's just more question you have to ask me.
Can't just give you the whole spiel.
And
we got you
for me.
spill more, Rob.
Spiel.
I will spill you 3 times today, Alex. I will use spill 3 times today. Mark it down.
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
There you go. All right. Write it down. Commit it to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen out there who can't figure out the letters and numbers, 877-996-6369. And guess what? If you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say, guess what?
What's
Tough.
that?
Because
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
that's right. With all that said, always remember.
Okay.
The Odd Couple was filmed in front of a live audience.
You got a tissue for me? That was sensitive, Rob Parker. You got a tissue for me? Yeah, there you go.
Rob Treasman.
Always
need a man
remember.
with
I'm a woman.
Everybody.
All right, that's right. Cargo shorts.
Cargo.
There
The
you go.
Vrabel shorts.
That's right. All right, let's go. Big show, and welcome in my co-host.
Kelvin
Washington.
Yo, Bree, don't you think it's cute that Rob and Rob dressed alike today? Stand up, Rob G. Look at that. Oh, I got your cute little burgundy pullovers.
That's a pullover. It's a jacket. That's his all-time favorite.
Don't argue with me with semantics.
That's
my
his
joke.
all-time favorite jacket right there.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I have a Black Sports Writers Hall of Fame pullover.
That's right.
That I wear very proudly. And can you see the logo? Very, very
Kelvin,
well,
where's your Hall of Fame jacket?
It's on its way.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yes.
they sent me a medium. I told them I need a large.
By the way, can you stop pulling into the parking lot like you own it, by the way?
I'm just trying to park. You know what I mean?
Kind of wild.
I know you're not talking. How much space you take? 6 bags, 3 grocery bags full of the juices. And can you get out the way?
No.
Can you get out? I'm trying to park.
They keep a spot for me, by the way.
They may. I believe you. Shout out to them. Those are cool. There's cool cats out there, brother. Taking care of us. I'm good, man. Ready for some hoops. Getting closer to the weekend. Feeling good. That's right. Detroit. Hit me, Alex. I didn't even know they played today.
Yeah, right. Please. You got on your Pistons underwear, I'm sure.
Why are you worried about my undies?
Because
don't you worried about. You already worried about my panties being
You mean
a bunch.
our Pistons, Rob?
Yeah. This everybody.
Our Pistons.
No, the whole show.
No,
you have been a three. It is 3 against 4.
I'm not on this show.
Matter of fact, 4 against 4, Elijah.
I'm not on this show.
The Odd Couple presents the Detroit Pistons.
I love it, Rob G.
There you go.
And Rob G wanted me to tell you, he said, it don't matter what the prompter say, just get it right.
What prompter?
Your text messages is. Okay? He said no matter what he types, he wants you to say it right.
Say it right. Okay, I'll do that. Now, don't forget to check us out if you haven't on YouTube. That's right. You can watch the show right now and just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. You could also hit the thumbs up icon for the Knicks and then comment away. It's just that simple. Again, just search Odd Couple FSR. So a lot of stuff to get to, and don't forget to subscribe. So let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Rob G is our producer. Bud Mexican is. Alex is our engineer.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
If it's Bree,
it's for
we.
That's right.
Yes, Bree on the update. She'll
Boomerang
be at the
Bree.
anchor desk, keeping us updated throughout the program. And of
Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
Elijah,
Never heard of him.
our social media guru.
Who?
All right, here we go.
What we got?
So, Rob G, we need there was a report about the Patriots, about your favorite couple that we keep getting stories about.
My goodness. It's like, what was that show, Dynasty or Dallas or something?
Dallas, all those stories.
My goodness.
Those were nighttime soap operas, right? And somebody always wound up going down the stairs.
Or getting
you know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
like that was the whole. Everybody would fall down the staircase. It was
That's
this
really
big
funny.
fit. But anyway, so the report, Rob G, told us what when it comes to their coach Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, you know this is a big story when the NBA playoffs.
I'm working on it.
The NBA playoffs get pushed to the back burner because this is the story that keeps on.
I think it's you two. Y'all love this.
This
Salacious.
is dripping out news
When
every
you
3
hear
days.
because when you hear stuff seriously, and I'm not, Kelvin, this isn't a one-time slipped. You know what I mean? Like you caught me at about some sort of moment. Me and my wife was going through. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. It's some.
Okay.
I told Rob G some theories I have about this.
Okay, this is bigger than that. And now you got to say, how much stuff was he feeding her? How long was this going on? If you're the Tennessee Titans, was he the one leaking all the information to her? If you're the Patriots, how much does she know about our organization? They're doing pillow talk. She must know everything that's going on in the
at this
building.
point, all that time.
Am I right?
Not to mention, as we talked about it a million times, that's why I was shocked the Athletic was just like, oh, what you mean? No big deal.
Dude, you want to talk about a misstep by an executive. He's fortunate.
Yeah.
Because that was, and we said it at the time, I was shocked.
Stood tall in it.
Yes.
That was not just a quick statement like, oh, we're going to investigate. We'll do our, she's been great with us, but we're going to find out and do our work. And
no, they were like, no.
They were like, no, she said, why y'all blowing it out of proportion? I was like, okay.
Well, with all that in mind, here's the update, guys.
What is it?
Yesterday, we touched on it briefly during the show. TMZ Sports reported that 6 years ago, Rossini and Vrabel had signed off for a boat rental privately. She was actually pregnant during the time with her first child. And in fact, the reason why this is a story now again today is for 2 reasons. Number one, quarterback Drake May was asked about it during a celebrity pro-am golf tournament. He was asked about Vrabel and the situation and how it spilled over into the locker room, so on and so forth. I'm sure we'll get to that. But number 2, longtime NFL insider Jason Lockenforo, who's been covering this story, reported on Thursday that despite all the controversy, all the salaciousness, all the headlines surrounding their head coach, Robert Kraft is in full support of Mike Vrabel, has no intention of putting him on a sabbatical, suspension, much less firing him. Mike Vrabel going nowhere.
No shocker that Mike Vrabel's not going anywhere from the Patriots. It's not, because this is what this organization is steeped in. Cheating, deceitfulness, lowbrow, conniving. There's always something with this franchise. And is this on?
It's on.
The reason Robert Kraft is not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, despite winning 6 championships as an owner, is exactly why is what we're experiencing now with Mike Vrabel. It really is. It speaks to the volume of where this franchise is and what they value, which is not honesty, and that's why he hasn't been rewarded. He won 6 championships as an owner. He's been trying to get into the Pro Football Hall of Fame for like over a decade, and they keep rejecting him. What would be the reason why? It can't be because of football, right? Mm-hmm. It's because of the dirty dealing, backstabbing, cheating, unfaithful stuff that's gone on. Of course he's going to back his coach, who didn't slip up one time, but had decided that he was going to have an ongoing affair, allegedly, with Diana Rossini.
Might be past that.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
No.
And it is the Patriot way. That's why, Robert Kraft, I hope you never get in. Because the idea that, because it wasn't an employee here, it's okay. I get it. If it was an employee, he'd probably be pressured by the league because the league and the team would be held responsible. And she would be able to sue them. But I'm not surprised. This is right up the alley. This is the Patriots' MO. And then Drake May, of all people, to stand up there, you want to back your coach, Kelvin, I'm cool with it. Mm-hmm. You want to say, hey, it's a difficult time, and I feel for my coach. Did you see the quote?
I did. He was a great human being.
He's a great human being that he was cheating on his wife and kids with somebody else's wife who has kids as well. That's a great human being. You could say and support him, hey, he's going through a tough time, and I'm going to support my coach, and I hope it works out for the best in him and his family. I'm not talking about that. He's a great human being, a guy who's deceitful, who cheats on his family, and cheats on his family with a married woman, destroying that family as well. Come on, man. Come on. It sounds ridiculous. It sounds ludicrous. It's crazy.
Shoot, I mean, I don't have much to add. You broke it down with the soliloquy. I mean, really, it's a few things that just echo to what you were saying. I mean, I think with Robert Kraft, I think whether it be personally or how they've been running the Patriots professionally, they've been there before. And what I mean by that is we know they've had literal cheating, both figuratively and literally scandals. From the spy gates to deflate gates.
Even when they drafted Aaron Hernandez.
And everybody, the rumors were that Aaron Hernandez had a lot of baggage and some things going on. They decided to still draft him. And then even just other small little things throughout the time. And then you add on his own personal stuff, right? We know what happened, in the plaza, the massage place. That somehow, because for him to be an owner, that just went away. But I think that's because the power and being a billionaire, being an owner, that just kind of came and went. And so I think there's an element of him being like, hey, I've been there before. I know what it's like to have these kind of, serious deeds, out there and kind of put people knowing your business. I've been there. Maybe he was there for him privately as a former player. He was there for me during my difficult time, shot me a call, shot me a text, came and checked on me, as his former owner while he was a coach, obviously, in Tennessee. And I think that might play a role, right? I have this personal relationship with this guy. He was one of my players, and he's been a friend of mine. So I think that's friends sticking up for friends, organizations sticking up for past players. And now you add into it Drake May. I think the kid got put in a tough spot. I totally hear what you're saying, but I think him being so young, he's not like a savvy veteran. I think he just, this is why, Rob, I'm going to take the bigger approach to this. This is why coaches harp on, GMs harp on, organizations harp on, no distractions. Because Drake May is trying to just play in a golf tournament. Here I am just trying to have a golf tournament, and that question comes to me. And if it were a coach, they would bring this back to the team, and what would they say? See, this is why we don't want distractions. This is why we don't want stuff like this happening, because it distracts the team. We got to answer questions, blah, 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 blah. But this is because Drake May's a young guy. I think he doesn't know how to handle it. I don't know. They run up with mics. I love a coach. He's a great guy. So I think
that's not what he said.
He's a great human being, but I'm saying I think this is a young guy in a position where I don't know how to handle this. Like, I'm not used to. Nobody has this on they tell me what to do when there's a blitz. They tell me what to do when they're playing a Tampa 2. I don't know how to handle questions about, and that my bigger point, taking it more off of him, is this is the scenario that Vrabel has now put his star quarterback in. Where I got to answer questions like this, and then people like Rob and Kelvin have to even address how I answered it. You get what I mean? If this didn't ever happen, we would be asking them, how do you bounce back from a Super Bowl loss? So that's why a coach showing why there's supposed to be these types of distractions. Because now you have your star quarterback answering it where people can now dissect his answer and kind of be disappointed in his response. So this is a prime example of why you're trying to keep these distractions limited and limit them. So, but again, I don't think there's any surprise for me with Rob. We talked about it in real time what's happening. Robert Kraft's going to stick by one of his guys, tried and true Patriot, been there, blood, sweat, tears, won championships, and now he's back in the fold, got them to a Super Bowl last season. And not to mention Robert Kraft has his own, discretions. Absolutely, I see him. He's going to stand by him. But to your larger point, there seems to always be a cloud of something.
That's why they don't get the respect. That's why they don't get the respect. That's why Bill Belichick didn't get it on the first ballot. That's why Robert Kraft's not in the Hall of Fame. People know what this organization is, and Mike Vrabel's scandal is so Patriot-like. It fits. And then for them to act like nothing happened. And for Robert Kraft, oh, yeah, okay, that's good. That's the guy you want leading your organization, but then again, you're in charge of the organization, so it fits. All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Want to hear from you. Are you surprised that the Patriots are sticking with Mike Vrabel?
Look at you, man. You're getting better. You're like 82% there.
We'll continue that conversation next with you, 877-99 on Fox. It is The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Especially if you need a little help in college in the US of A.
Take the next step towards your future with an affordable online degree or certificate from University of Maryland Global Campus. It is an accredited state university. Class starts May 13th. And when you apply now, your application fee is waived. Choose from over 135 skills-based programs. Earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and relevant experience, or you can transfer up to 12 credits towards a master's program. So don't forget, save now with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Visit umgc.edu to learn more.
Draymond Green and Austin Rivers, the beef we didn't know we needed.
Who knew?
Let me take you in the hot tub time machine just about a week ago. This is how it all started. Draymond Green said on his own podcast, unsolicited, that he believes his career trajectory might have been hindered by Steve Kerr. That Steve Kerr never drew up any plays for him, that Steve Kerr made him a jack-of-all-trades kind of option. He never became the offensive force maybe he could have if he was showcased in a different way, the way he was in Michigan State. So
Showcase.
A few days later, Austin Rivers, who's
Showcase
now
is
a
a big
member
string,
of the
yeah.
media.
He was showcased at
Yeah, he
Michigan
played
State.
well. That
Okay.
showcase is a bit,
Okay.
Was asked about those comments on the Dan Patrick Show right here on Fox Sports Radio. And he said, quote, "It's ridiculous. Draymond is such a high IQ. That's a big part of his game is how smart of a player he is. So it bewilders me he even thinks that." And he wasn't the only one. A lot of people took issue with what Draymond said. But Draymond felt a kind of way about Austin Rivers being the one to call him out. Until he had on his own podcast again, goes off and saying, I was actually a comparable high school player to you because that's the only success you ever had. And
comparable. Did he see the?
He wasn't, by the way.
He made it very personal, and he says this is the best part. Talking about Austin Rivers, quote, "This guy received the biggest bailout in U.S. history prior to President Trump bailing out the airlines when they needed it. Austin Rivers received the biggest bailout in NBA history, world history, U.S. history, received the biggest bailout ever when his dad gave him $42 million. Of course, talking about Doc Rivers with the Clippers. Well, Austin Rivers decided to go full ether on Instagram last night with his response to Draymond Green. Let's hear part of it on Instagram, Austin Rivers.
Draymond, you were the luckiest basketball player I think I've ever seen, especially in modern day history. Let's talk about that. You were drafted to a franchise with the Hall of Fame front office, Bob Myers, Hall of Fame coach, Steve Kerr, the greatest shooter of all time, and perhaps a top 5 player of all time, Steph Curry, Hall of Famer. One of the greatest shooters, top 5 shooter of all time, another Hall of Famer, Klay Thompson. The Swiss Army knife himself, the guy who could do a little bit of everything on the floor, Andre Iguodala, another Hall of Famer. I know, keep up, it's a lot of talent. Not to mention one of the most lethal scorers of all time and arguably a top 10 player of all time, Kevin Durant, the same guy you chased off because of this, your mouth, you talk too much. And that's not even counting the plethora of talent around those guys. The Sean Livingstons, the Barbosas, the Andrew Wiggins, the Jordan Pooles, who you also chased off. Cut it out. Draymond, you're the backpack jump shooter. You're the guy that everyone leaves open. No one guards you. There are hours and hours and hours of film of just you being left wide open. In fact, anybody can just YouTube or Google or watch any Draymond game ever, and he's open all game. There are clips of you getting a rebound and just driving in a straight line and just getting a wide open layup because everyone's fanning out to guard the actual talent on the team. Talking about Steve Kerr hindered your career. Bro, Steve Kerr made your career. How dare you? Coming at me? Are you kidding me? I wish I could give my son $200 million if I was a coach. Yo, the NBA doesn't give coaching jobs to guys who may or may not sucker punch one of the players and staff. You need to fall back, Dre. Let's just be frenemies.
He did end it very Drake-like. That sounded like we need to be frenemies.
All I'm going to say is Austin Rivers is my new hero. Period, point blank.
Why so?
Because I think that he took Draymond apart, and rightfully so. The whole thing was ridiculous, and that was why Austin Rivers used the right ridiculous. Okay, plenty of players don't have plays drawn up for them, and whatnot. I even talked to you about the Ben Wallace when Larry Brown was there. They're not going to redo the playbook because Ben Wallace ain't. What did they do? The first basket of the game, they gave him the ball. Go ahead, Ben. Whatever. And they went back to doing what they do.
And rip off the curl.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and then for him to say they had comparable high school careers.
One was the player of the country.
Comparable. Like college careers, not comparable. Lottery pick, second round pick. Nothing is comparable about those two and their basketball talent. And I've said this before. He could have gone to 30 other teams. Forget 30, right? 30 other teams, 25 other would not be where he is and set up. Even when the Pistons offer him all that money, you remember to come back home and play. You think he was crazy? Right? He could have got paid. He knew that him going there wouldn't be anything. He's not that type of player. He's not going to alter and change a franchise. He's a player who has his own skill set and is valuable, but come on, man, he's in a perfect situation. And of course, Tom Brady has the title of the luckiest of all time, but Draymond Green is in that class too. Everything is fortunate for him, and it all works out, and that's why he is where he is.
is this, Survivor or something? Oh, Minute to Win It, or what is this? Deal or No Deal? Wait.
This is the weakest link.
No, it's not the weakest.
Who wants to be
Who wants to be a millionaire? Didn't I just say that?
Nope.
Yes.
Feel at you driving like you own the place.
That was a really good show.
I was just say I love this one. This was
when it first started.
Then they had like 9 other iterations of it.
When Regis was the host, it was really good.
Oh, I completely agree. Very suspenseful. Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. TV theme song Thursday. Ian Begley on the way, reporting, covering the Knicks and the NBA at large. So we'll have a larger conversation. We got
OG hurt. Oh,
yeah,
that's a blow.
Tobias Harris. I mean, he got cooked up by Donovan
We're not
Mitchell.
doctors, so we don't want to say what we think it is. It looked bad, though.
A hamstring, a groin, I don't know. It looks really bad. We'll find out. They're just getting back from commercial. Bree can maybe have that update here shortly. By the way, at University of Maryland Global Campus, you can choose from more than 65 online degrees and certificates, including our MBA, now with 10 specializations. No application fee through June 1st. Visit umgc.edu.
He's back out there. Isn't that him?
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, they got some amazing cortisone or something, Rob. You saw that. That looked like he was out. At least go to the locker room and
Did he have to
figure
go to the
something out.
bathroom, too, like Paul Pierce?
Oh, that
Is
was
that what that was?
That was epic.
All right, let's go.
get some calls.
877-99 on Fox is the telephone number. Adam in Florida. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Adam?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Doing great.
Yo.
So I think Vrabel lucked out big time because his boss can't really fire him or get rid of him or punish him because he will look like the biggest hypocrite in the world. So he really has carte blanche when it comes to these things. So whereas most people might be stressed, to the rim, obviously he's stressed personally, but professionally, he knows how could this guy fire me when he's done things exactly like this. And the second thing I think that makes it, really awful is the NFL tries to pretend like it has these codes of conduct and things like that, and physical abuse is one thing, but what about the abuse that both of their significant others are now dealing with this in the public eye?
Yep.
You know what I mean? They have to be reminded of this. Their friends probably know about it.
The only
The
reason
stickers
that the
behind their
NFL
back,
doesn't
things like
care,
that.
Adam, is because they can't. They're out of harm's way from.
Yeah,
a
there's no
lawsuit.
liability.
There's no liability
That's-
because she didn't work for the. If she worked for the Patriots, trust me, they would be involved.
That's a subordinate,
yes.
and it's a whole thing.
It's
That's
a whole different thing. Thanks for the call,
No doubt.
Adam.
Appreciate
we appreciate it. No doubt. Kevin in Culver
and
City.
to add to his point, real quick, Kev, the winning too. I mean, he won. They got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
if he were 3 and what would it be 14?
But I'm
we
saying,
might have a different conversation.
But when they're liable.
I agree with
right,
that 100%.
yeah,
That's a
part,
whole
I
legal
agree.
thing.
Kevin.
What's up, Kev?
God is good.
All the time.
Hey, this just validates the great Rob Parker, who jumped on this story right away and said there was fire here and there was smoke here, and everybody was saying, people jump into conclusions. Look, Mike Vrabel was going full-on Drew Hill, somebody sleeping in my bed, and nobody wanted to talk about this. Rossini is sitting up there cuckolding her husband in some of those emails, talking about how she wants a football player and all, and people thought it was a joke. And now we saw the video of Rossini and Vrabel making fun of Vrabel's wife. It's just terrible. It's a bad look. That boat video validates Sedona. Sedona was just a normal Thursday for this couple. This is a normal trip for this teen couple, that their annual, trip where they get away together. We saw the casino. Now we saw the boat when she was pregnant. Vrabel was all in. And this validates the Patriot way. Aaron Hernandez, the things he was doing when he was on that team, when you hear Robert Gronkowski talking about that, listen to what Rob says. They let these players and coaches get away with everything in that organization. Is winning above all with the Spygate, and all that matters is winning on the field, and they don't care about anything else. And that's why that owner is not getting in Canton, because the NFL knows the Patriot way is we don't care as long as it doesn't affect the W's.
No doubt.
And Vrabel's out here being a hypocrite, talking to his players about accountability. Stephon Diggs, you can't be a distraction. And he's over here going full on R. Kelly trapped in the closet video with all this scandal. This is crazy.
Kev, you got one more. Kev, you got one more R&B song to drop in there.
Hey, we appreciate you, Kev.
No doubt. Appreciate you, Kev. All right.
I know more people wanted to get in. Sorry about that, guys, but we'll
hit us up online. You can tweet, you can jump in. Rob G, we haven't done the YouTube comments in a while. You can hit us on YouTube as well. Ian Begley on the way, reporter covering the Knicks. We'll talk some more just NBA stuff as well. Right now, if it is Bree, it's for we. It's the sweet one.
What's
Get out of here,
up?
Monty. She got to work. Don't you got to work?
Hi, guys. How are you?
We're great.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, who else is great? The Pistons are great. They're on top of the Cavs, 18-11. 4.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Donovan Mitchell has 6 points for the Cavs. And the Lakers and Thunder, they'll tip off at 9:30 Eastern time in OKC. The NCAA men's and women's basketball selection committees have approved the expansion of the NCAA tournaments to 76 teams starting next season. And in Major League Baseball, the Cubs have won 9 straight. They take down the Reds 8-3. It was their 15th straight victory at Wrigley Field. The Nationals topped the Twins 7-5. The Yankees knocked out the Rangers 9-2. And currently, the Athletics are shutting out the Phillies 7-0. It's the bottom of the third. Marlins on top of the Orioles 3-1. Also the bottom of the third. Back to you guys.
All right.
Okay. Oh.
We caught us off guard there, Bree. Thank
sorry.
you. It is the Odd Couple.
It's not only sweet, it's short. Very nice.
Oh my God.
It's the sweet part.
I can keep going. I have so much more to say.
Oh, well, we're waiting.
No, we like it. We like it.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Bree. We'll check in with you at top of the hour. Odd Couple on a TV theme song Thursday. And we're now joined by Ian Begley, reporter covering the Knicks.
My
got the
man.
NBA at large. We can talk about a bunch of stuff happening in the playoffs. Ian, what's going on? How you doing?
What's happening, fellas? How are you? Rob, what's up, man?
What's happening? We used to work together at ESPNNewYork.com.
Rob.
I know I work with everybody.
Who have you not worked? I am officially on the list now. So
Yes.
one day somebody's going to say Kelvin Washington. You're going to say, yeah, we used to work together at a show together.
That's it.
What's up, Ian?
Hey. I'm honored to be on that list.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Hey.
And we appreciate you.
I was just going to start. Well, let's start with last night's game, or that a couple of them. But I want to jump to the Knicks. They obviously, in a close one, Rob and I thought the Sixers would come out and fight. They had a chance. I didn't like the way they closed the last few minutes.
Too many threes. Right.
But what do you make of this series? And now, especially with OG Anunoby being banged up, we don't know exactly what the issue is. Well, I mean, hamstring. We don't know how long, I should say.
Right. So I think, if Embiid plays on Friday, Knicks are going to have their hands full, especially if Anunoby is out, because to me, that Sixers team looked very good against the Knicks, and I think they just kind of ran out of gas, not to make excuses for them, but, you saw the shooting percentage in the fourth quarter. I thought they got some good looks. So I would expect it to be a competitive game in Philadelphia tomorrow. With OG Anunoby, he is day-to-day, but I do think there's some optimism that he could be back Sunday. So it shouldn't be a long-term thing for Anunoby, but nonetheless, Knicks obviously would love to put this series in a chokehold and go up 3-0, but I do think with Maxey, if he's healthy, I think the Knicks will have their hands full. One thing he hurt his finger late in the first half of Game 2, and he really wasn't the same second half of Game 2. So that's something I'm keeping an eye on moving forward to Game 3.
And it's funny because it wasn't long ago, even we talked about on the show, the Knicks were sputtering, losing back-to-back 1 point, right? Was it 1 point games to,
those C.J. McCollum
to
games.
Atlanta? And people are like, oh, this team, they don't really like each other. There's question marks, all this other stuff. They get the blowout win and whatnot, and then something clicked or turned for the Knicks. I'm still a Knicks skeptic. Like, I won't, Ian.
Me too.
I won't believe that they're in the finals until the first quarter is over and they're in the finals. You know what I mean? Like, I got to have that much for me to believe it's not a joke. But anyway, people came into this season thinking that this was their year. Everybody's banged up. Halliburton's hurt.
Milwaukee ain't great.
The Celtics, right? Tatum, and then Milwaukee, right? Not that great as well.
Pistons too young.
It was supposed to be there for them, and now they might wind up doing what people thought they could have a chance to do.
Yeah, they're in a good spot right now. I think between the depth and the level that they're playing on both sides of the ball, they have Karl-Anthony Towns at the top of the floor, using him as a hub on offense. I think that's made a difference. They've gotten some great individual defensive performances, and they talk a lot about just being locked into the details now. But I don't think that's everything. I think part of it is Towns, and part of it is people just up and down the roster kind of knowing what they're supposed to do, knowing when they're going to get the ball or get shots. And I think there's more of a harmony now with this Knicks team.
Yeah, I'll give credit to Mike Brown that one thing I appreciated about them, a lot of teams don't want to do, is he made adjustments, and he said, we're going to start going through Cat more. We're going to have him at the high post, let him become a distributor, and I think that's really unlocked their offense a little bit. Ian Begley is the host of the SNY Digital NBA show, The Putback, and, of course, he's covering the Knicks as well for SNY. So let me go to this one we're watching right now as of just now, Bucket. It's 25-14, a minute left in the first. Pistons up on the Cavs. I don't like the Cavs. I don't think they have that toughness, that grit going into this series for me, but they have talent. Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, and the bigs they have. What do you make of this series? What do you expect?
You know, after Detroit got up off the mat against Orlando, I just think they're getting closer and closer back to the team that we saw in the regular season, and that's going to be hard for Cleveland to get through. I mean, what I'd look at, I guess, is margin of victory here for the Pistons. I do think they'll get through it. I don't know how long it'll take, but if they start to really separate themselves against Cleveland, I think the Knicks are going to have a tough time with the Pistons, home court advantage, if the Knicks get through, if the Pistons get through. But, I do think you look at Cade Cunningham, and he was getting criticized early in that Orlando series. I thought he played well. He just didn't have enough help. And Tobias Harris has played some big games, big minutes for this Pistons team, has produced. So I think, those two and then the surrounding cast, I think they have enough to get through Cleveland, and they're going to be a very tough out in the conference final.
Yeah, the only problem I had with the Pistons is Cade had, the 3 games where he had 24 turnovers, so there was reason to kind of criticize him there. And the Pistons shooting has been spotty. Now, when they're making shots, they're going to be harder to beat, but we saw some of the flaws early on in that Orlando series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And also some of the guys who they counted on throughout the regular season are younger players and not really playoff tested. And so that's where I had questions, like the Dana Sinkinses of the world. They had Ron Holland. They had a lot of guys who they relied on regular season who this was going to be their first rodeo. So that's where my questions were. But I really think, Cunningham, just such a good player. I really think that anybody's going to have their hands full with him, whether it's the Knicks or next round, but obviously Cleveland this round.
If the Knicks don't get there, I think it will be hell to pay because I'm serious. Yeah. There's an expectation, like last year, and you're closer to it. On this very radio show, and Kelvin will tell you, I said that Tibbs should be fired. I really did, because once they beat the Celtics last year, people were expecting them to get there, and then they had those 2 horrible home losses to open up against the Pacers. And I'm like, if you don't get fired off of that, I don't know what you're going to get fired off of. And now Mike Brown comes in. They're in that spot. People are looking at it saying there's a pathway here. If they don't get there, it's going to be another one to make people not believe in this team.
Yeah, look, Mike Brown, his edict is finals and winning the finals, but certainly get there because, you talk about Tom Thibodeau, he got them to the conference final last year for the first time in 25 years. And so when you go ahead and you let your head coach go in that scenario, next guy coming in, expectations are sky high, and Mike Brown knows where the expectations are. And, look, James Dolan, the owner, went on WFAN saying he expects them to make the finals and to win the finals. So there's no gray area here. It's very clear where this team needs to go in order to be deemed successful by the owner. Anything short of that, and I'm sure changes are coming.
I didn't know WFAN wasted airtime, but that's another story we'll get to, Ian, down the road. We appreciate you. We know you got a train to catch. I was going to ask you, when you go to Philadelphia, do you hop on the train? That's the best way to get there.
Yeah, nice and easy, man. Acela, it's a breeze. All right. I'm hopping on in about 10 minutes.
Go ahead.
And,
let us know if those Knicks fans take over Philly like they always do. Embiid's like, I'll buy your tickets. Don't sell them. Ian, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, fellas, take care.
Appreciate no doubt. You know it's bad, Rob, when a star player like, hey, please, just don't sell. Like, I'll give you money for him. Please. That's when you know it's bad. All right, on the way, we got Checo City. We got your Tire Rack play of the day as well. And somebody might be done throwing the football. Might want to call it a TV time. We'll tell you who we're talking about. It's the Odd Couple on a TV theme song Thursday. Stick with your boys, Fox Sports Radio.
James Harden, he never disappoints. Every spring, or what are we? Not in the summer yet, so every spring. James Harden does what he does, and it just falls in line to his MO and who he is.
That's right. Our Detroit Pistons take game 1 over the Cleveland Cavaliers, but you mentioned it. James Harden, if you look at the stat line, you're like, hey, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal, 2 blocks. Slim Jim Harden came to play. And then you read a little bit further, and you see that he had more turnovers, 7, than made baskets, 6. That is the 3rd time he's had more turnovers than made baskets in this playoff alone, the 29th time in his playoff career. Guys, here's another one. Across 181 career playoff games, 1 in every 4 times, James Harden will have as many turnovers or more turnovers than made baskets. Shout out to Slim Jim Harden being who we thought he was.
And I'm just going to say this.
What you going to say, Rob?
It's plain and simple. Because I know people have they'll take a look at somebody's stats or whatever, and all the numbers that he compiled and whatnot, and go, man, this guy's been one of the all-time great scorers in this league. We get it. He won an MVP. Just prolific, prolific. But I'm here to tell you that when it comes to James Harden, it ain't about being a prolific scorer. James Harden has cemented himself. You heard of the LOAT.
I did it. Well,
Tom Brady.
I sit next to you.
The luckiest of all time.
Oh, boy.
You heard of LeBron, the FOFO, finals failure of all time.
What's the new oat we got?
And now James Harden is officially the POFO, the playoffs failure of all time. POFO.
Crazy.
PFOAT, the playoff failure of all time. And it's well documented because as good as he's been during the regular season for so many years in the NBA, he's been that bad for that long in the postseason in the NBA. 1 in 4 games where he has more turnovers than baskets. I think that speaks for itself. That's an incredible number, and it speaks to your volume. I know people, he's a Hall of Famer. Okay, I get it, because they open up the door and everybody gets into the Basketball Hall of Fame. James Harden is a major disappointment, and Rob G brought it up. If you just looked at those numbers, he had 22 points. Wow, okay. Well, no, this is not new. This is a movie we've seen over and over. I told you I've seen The Wizard of Oz 1,000,000 times. I've seen James Harden be the POFO 1,000,001 times. This is who he is. I don't know if he'll ever change it. He'd have to go to the NBA Finals, win the Finals MVP, you know what I mean, and put on a display that no one has ever seen. And guess what? As the clock ticks on James Harden's career, I don't believe he's going to ever be there. And this is just another example of James Harden being who we thought he was.
James Harden, of course, is the example of what you say. He made his name. He's been an MVP. He's been an MVP runner-up a couple of times. He's been an all-star a billion times. One of the best offensive weapons this league has ever seen. He's made his name, but he didn't make his fame, because they say the regular season where you make your name, and the playoffs are where you make your fame. And he has not been able to do that latter portion. He has not been able to make his fame. And if anything, he's become infamous or synonymous with bad performances, non-clutch performances, showing up falling short. And that's sad because of how great he was offensively during a regular season for the bulk of his career. And I'll give you a couple of things. Robert Horry, not going in the Hall of Fame. Some people say he should, but he's not, and that's fair to say he's not. I don't necessarily think he should. But
he was never a starter,
right?
And stuff,
so I'm with it.
I get it.
But Robert Horry made his name become famous by making all types of big shots, and not just big shots. You were I believe you were, Game 5 of Spurs Pistons.
Of course
I was there. I was there too, and it wasn't just he hit the big shot to tie it. He went crazy in overtime. Between overtime and the fourth quarter, he had like 24 points. And he when he was with the Rockets, he had huge games, hitting 6 threes. He made his name and became famous with big shots, big performances, clutch shots, clutch performances. in the playoffs. We already know guys like Game 6 Clay, where he had a multitude of Game 6s where his team needed him the most, and he showed up. And let's not even go the MJs and the Kobes and the LeBrons and the Birds.
You can't bring Steph into this conversation, but go ahead.
Smooth. You might have stumped me. You got this one?
Too close for comfort?
Yeah, it's what Kelvin is when he pulls into the garage.
No, you were too close to my car.
No, I was in the middle of the freaking side.
That's the point. Middle. Get out the middle of the street, Alex.
No.
No, I don't want to talk to you right now. I want to get back to you. Why do you know this one?
I don't know.
Like
it wasn't a favorite show of mine.
You're a TV Rain man. I'm convinced. It would probably last, a season and a half? Why do you remember this?
It was on for a while. I don't know. Ted Knight. I didn't watch it, but I knew.
Listen, if I ever get on, what was the show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And the category is TV shows, you best believe I'm calling you.
Put me on.
You are my phone a friend with that, for sure. All right, it's The Odd Couple. On a TV theme song Thursday, clearly, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington with you. Keeping you updated on this game. It is now, 30-22, 9:30 left in the second quarter. We'll keep you updated throughout. Shout out to Ian Begley, just joined us. Rob G will get that up on the podcast as always. Good NBA conversation there. Right now, it's time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
Here we go. Shekel City 2-1 last night. 128-97, 31 games.
Nice.
29 games, I should say. Sorry, 29 games over 500. Tonight, my best bet, taking OKC minus 15.5, hosting the Lakers.
It has to be embarrassing. But the crazy part is their average loss to the Lakers to the Thunder is 27 points this season.
I'm taking that, minus 15.5. They won by 18 in game one. And the Padres are playing the late game tonight. I got the Padres minus 1.5. They host the St. Louis Cardinals in San Diego. Again, Padres minus 1.5 runs and OKC minus 15.5 points.
Is baseball essentially, because I've been doing this with you now for quite some time, baseball essentially is just a pick 'em almost.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised. 1.5 runs matters. Like you think, the Dodgers the other night.
They've been 2-1 and
exactly, and 4-3, and there's a lot of games like that. You'd be surprised. There are a lot more one-run games than you think. So that 1.5 makes a difference.
Oh, I remember. Remember the Zach Greinke era, where every time he looking like, "Can y'all win a game for me?"
So there you go. Remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on.
Then what are you telling them?
I'm telling you who I bet on. So far, pretty good.
No, you're doing very well. All right, that was Shekel City. It is now time for your Tire Rack play of the day.
Walk-off opposite field home run in game one.
He hits a high fly ball, deep right field. That goes down. That ball's got a chance. Gone. Michael Conforto. Cubs lead 1-0.
Cubs radio there on the call. That was your Tire Rack play of the day. And it's brought to you by Tire Rack. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. There's a report about Russell Wilson, and we know he's still out here, trying to figure out if he can land on the team, but that he might end up doing some TV. There's a kind of a bidding war for him right now. Obviously, if you're a star quarterback, let alone one who's won a Super Bowl, been to a couple, that's kind of how this thing goes. We've talked about it before, and not that he's Jordan, but just Jordan recently getting on TV, Tom Brady recently hopping on TV, Alex Rodriguez a handful of years ago. My point is, what do you think of Russell Wilson as a commentator? You think that, or whatever it may be, in the studio? We got Mike Tomlin now joining NBC.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's well-spoken. He has the looks. I mean, you would think that he could do well on television, but it depends on what you have to say as well. All that stuff is good. There have been really great players who went on who just – Joe Montana, dud. Dr. J, Dud. I could go on and on.
Oh, yeah.
Really great players.
Magic's been like a mixed bag.
Yeah, Magic is like, he's okay. You know what I mean? You would think, and especially with his personality, and he had a talk show for.
It's showtime.
Exactly. Well, he was miscast because they had him doing stand-up, which was ridiculous. But I could see. I think if you're Russell Wilson, my point is, you're not going to make quarterback money on television, at least not to start. So if you can still play another year, you got to be real careful. Except for Tom Brady, who makes ridiculous money.
$37 million.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It is way more than he ever made as a player. I mean, it really is astronomical. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For most guys, it's not that kind of money. So you just have to decide, because once you do that and whatever, it's over. So you got to make sure that it's out of your system and you want to do this TV thing, and then that'll be the end of it. So.
I think, and to your point, I think he's obviously very well spoken. I think he'll be great for in a studio talking about just kind of the game, breaking it down. I don't think he's necessarily the guy that's going to go at guys, the guy that's going to call people out. I don't think that'll be him. They might even have him do some interviews. I could see him being like walk and talk interviews, like with a young rookie, walking down this practice. What's it like? How do you guys know when I was going through this? I think he'd be really good at that. And I also think it helps Sierra being his wife. She's hosted shows. She's obviously been a star performer. Just having that performance thing going, like, hey,
Russ reminds me of, and I'll like A-Rod. A-Rod is very good on television, and whether people like him or not or whatever, and the juice and all the other stuff, you cannot deny he's not smooth and good on television.
I like that.
I think he is, and maybe Russ could kind of do that, and maybe I know he has his detractors. A-Rod had his detractors.
His detractors are more the other stuff, like is he a good football player anymore? Was he necessarily a diva on the team? But I don't think that will affect him on the TV landscape. So to me, he like fits very much like if I'm drawing up TV, like that, he will be the guy. You get what I'm saying? Like
on paper.
On paper is what I'm saying. On paper, this guy got to look. Gonna have something to say. He's got a championship pedigree, so I can, he kind of checks those boxes to me. If you're looking for it, but we'll have to wait and see.
I'm still, like I said, I'm still out on Mike Tomlin. I got to see how he does. I wasn't that big on Tony Dungy. I mean, I think it's harder than people think.
Oh, it is, because
it really is.
Are you going to be? I mean, even if you use the greatest example with the NBA, inside the NBA, I mean, each person has that lane. You know what I mean? Like Kenny Smith. He breaks the stuff down amazingly. Like, I'm not going to Shaq to give me inside analysis, right?
Shaq don't even know who's on the who's playing.
He, to his credit, if you ever watched the documentary they did, they got on him like, hey man, yeah, we want you to be funny and ha-ha, but you got to have some type of degree of knowing what's going on. He's gotten a lot better because he would talk about the wrong games. He would not even know players on the team.
If somebody's paying you and they tell you could just show up and do that.
They said he would just DJ. He would just be practicing his DJ sets during the game instead of watching it. So then when they come out and they're like, such and such and such and such, he'd be like, well, I think he was playing like such and such. They're like, Shaq, he didn't play. He's not on the team.
Right.
Oh, I bet. So, yeah, they had to get on him about that. So, to his credit, he's gotten better. It's almost like you. When he puts his glasses on, he means business.
I just need my glasses to see.
No, I know. It's getting bad because yesterday you had them on, and it said South Carolina.
I didn't see it.
It was a smudge.
What does it say? It was a smudge on my glasses.
Alex, I can't see that.
I'm like, oh, yeah, the South Carolina right there.
See, now he's going to make fun of that I'm getting old. I can't see. No,
I'm not going to make that. Listen, that very well, listen.
It's so painful.
My daughters bring stuff right here in my face. I say, back it up.
It's so
Hold
painful.
on, I can't see.
I'm going to go get a senior coffee at McDonald's. How's that?
We are Fox Sports.
Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with one and a half of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it. Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
The Detroit Pistons are having a good time at home.
Donovan Mitchell spins and forces deep left and misses. Cade with the rebound. Way up to Danis. To the basket for a jam. Wow. Pistons making play after play after play.
Pistons Radio Network on the call right now. They're on top 39-31. 5.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. At 9:30 Eastern Time, Game 2 between the Lakers and Thunder will tip off. OKC has a 1-0 series lead. Jared Vanderbilt has been downgraded to out due to a right finger dislocation. Knicks forward OG Anunoby is day-to-day with a hamstring strain and is listed as questionable for Game 3 on Friday against the Sixers. The NCAA men's and women's basketball selection committees have approved the expansion of the NCAA tournaments to 76 teams starting next season. In baseball, the Nationals topped the Twins 7-5. Yankees knocked out the Rangers 9-2. I'm Brianna Miro.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 here on the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday. Glad you could be along with us. And make sure you check us out on YouTube. We have a channel. A lot of people have signed up. We need you to join. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. That's right. After that, you could tap the thumbs up icon, comment away. Let us know if you agree or disagree on some of the topics here. Check us out, the YouTube channel, and watch us live right now. Just search Odd Couple FSR. We also have Shop Talk coming up later on in this hour. A lot of stuff to get to.
It's a good one too, Rob.
Is it?
Maybe something topical we all experience.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's a good tease.
Very nice. All right. Appreciate it. And Rob G, we talk about the NBA all the time, and I know every time, Kelvin, somebody wins or loses, it's the end of the world. It's just the playoffs don't work like that. Like you lose, whether you lose by 1 or you lose by 40. And Philadelphia's a perfect example. They didn't win the game, but without their best player, they were there, right there, knocking on the door, and it wasn't the end of the world. They didn't pack it up and go, oh, it's all over, we can't win this series. They came out and they fought, and they're on the road, and, okay, the Knicks held home court. But last night, I know a lot of people were down, on the Spurs after they lost the first game at home, and guess what, Rob G?
Yeah, it's actually both of those games. Both of those games coming into Game 2. The narratives have already been written. The New York Knicks were the hottest team in NBA history. They're better than the Oklahoma City Thunder, blowing every team out by 25 points a game. They win Game 1 by 39, I believe. And the expectation was no Embiid. They're at home. They're going to roll again. And were it not for some wide open misses there in the final 2 or 3 minutes by Philly, this could be 1-1 heading back to Philadelphia for Game 3. Instead, Knicks prevail. Good on them. In the evening game, in the night game, Minnesota, shorthanded, runs through Joker and the Nuggets in round 1. They come in on the road, short rest. San Antonio's been off for about a week. They win that game too. Wemby has all these blocks, but nothing else seemed to work there for San Antonio. The expectation was, well, man, maybe San Antonio's not as good as we thought they were. Maybe this is going to be one of those grit and grind, really, tight series. And then in Game 2, they win by 40. And they make Minnesota look like the junior varsity. So what we saw in Game 1 in both of these series was nothing close to what we saw there in Game 2.
No. And the lesson to the whole thing is that it's basketball. It's the playoffs. And there are going to be some circumstances. Guys aren't right. Shots aren't falling. You have a bad three-point shooting night, can turn into a disaster, right? A 40-point loss. We've seen the Celtics turn in those kind of games where they can't make shots. Last night for the Sixers, but they fought. And the whole idea is the NBA is about winning 4 games. It's not about winning 1 game. It's not about blowing anybody out. You don't get style points. It's win and go to the next game. And it doesn't matter if you win by 1 or you win by 40. It's still about winning. And I think people have jumped the gun on that or been a prisoner of the moment. Oh, this series is over. The only one you could do that with is with the Lakers. Like, this series over.
Wait a minute. Professor Parker, didn't you just say you're going to learn us a lesson?
Rob G, am I right with that one or not? I mean, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I tend to agree with you, Rob.
Like that one, I'm just not feeling like the Lakers, and you just said it. They lost by an average of 27. It's just a terrible matchup for them.
It is. It's the worst.
And I don't think that they're going to be able to do what needs to be done. But this is the NBA, and you shouldn't fall in for that. Don't be a prisoner of the moment. I know we say it all the time, but people do it.
Yeah, I think there are a handful of series where you can kind of do that. You the obvious one being the Thunder, Lakers, because they just don't have the horses, and we all know that the Lakers know that, especially when series you come in saying, you know it's bad when the first thing you keep saying is, well, if they win 1 or 2, then maybe Luka can come back. Then you know what it is. But this is what we do, and this is what the playoffs provide us, because in the early rounds, there are those random 2-3 days off. You play on a Friday, don't play again until Tuesday. So I think it gives us nothing but time to, oh, man, they got blown out and they're out of it, and look how they did this. The playoffs are great because it's a story. It's a full arc, right? You see the guy who went, 3 for 15, and then the next game he ends up, only missing 2 shots. You get the guy who you never heard of. He has a star game. He's 7 for 8 from 3. Then you get the superstars who had a bad game and bounce back. That's what makes the playoffs, specifically a series, great, is because you're able to get a little bit of everything. You get close games, you might get a blowout. It's how do you bounce back? That guy was off. His shot was on. How do coaches strategize? What are the starting lineup switches? We're going to start him because I like the way he plays him better. And that's what makes it better, or makes it great, because sometimes with the NFL, I don't think we all feel the best team wins the Super Bowl every year, right? It happens, but not every time, because it's the one and done. And if you get a team that just threw your quarterback threw some interceptions, Jared Goff. If you get a team that,
well, they weren't in the Super Bowl.
No, I'm saying on the way. We're the best. The better teams. If you get a team where another guy, your bounces off a head and interception, pick six, you just have a bad game. In basketball, you get a full-on series, best of 7, and that's where you get so many different storylines, and that's ultimately what makes it incredible, right? Is Ant going to play game 1? We don't know. Oh, he does play. He plays well. They beat a Spurs team. Spurs bounce back. If you heard Anthony Edwards after the game last night, he said, I told the teams typically, especially the underdog, come in, they get one on the road, they let down. We did it. We feeling ourselves. We're cool. And he said, you came out, and what is that? A hard head makes a soft you-know-what. And that's what he said. He said, my mom always said that. And they came in.
A hard head makes a sore behind, right?
Yeah, sore behind, exactly. So they got that behind tapped by the Spurs. Not as it mean the Spurs are going to blow them out again. They might come back and lose, or at least a competitive one.
What did you make of, like, and I know you get crazy because of the Spurs and what they look like. But what's your opinion of that series? Like where are you?
I think the Spurs are a not normal team, a young team. And that normally young teams, they struggle, they don't close games right, they get in their emotions. The Spurs are different. They're built a little differently than most young teams, so meaning they're going to have a fight. They're not going to be, oh, we lost game 1. Oh, man, woe was us. We don't know what to do. They're absolutely going to compete. And they're so deep. They got so many guys. The credit to the Timberwolves is they're equally tough. And I said this to you the other day. I think we all forget because it's kind of been, what's the term I want to use? Unheralded. But they're the ones that have been to the Western Conference Finals twice. They beat the Timberwolves. So they're the ones that got some experience. So I expect them to come back and bounce back and fight and make this a 6 or 7 game series either way. But a lot of people just, the Spurs are going to be able to handle that. I'm like, hold on now. Minnesota has been there. They've got some dogs. They got Ant Edwards, who has to play better. And I expect this to be a full-on competitive series. Absolutely. 6 or 7. I still go Spurs. I think they're just too deep. If they had DiVincenzo and what's his name, Ayo Dosunmu, I would be having a different conversation maybe, because you're losing 2 guys who really are key cogs in what you do for the Timberwolves. That's big blows to lose those guys. So I'll take the Spurs, but I absolutely expect this one to go 6 or 7.
Well, what does that say too about the Timberwolves though? I mean, I know they're dealing with an injury, and I got it. And came back, but are they going backwards, or is just the injury situation? Because 2 years in the Western Conference Finals, now you'll be getting knocked out prior to that. So that's 3 years. Are they going backwards?
No, I think the surge of the Spurs, like where did that? Nobody had this, You know what I mean?
Right, and that's going to be like right away. The T-Wolves never got there, and now here comes other teams jumping in front of them.
And that's why we talk about this more now than ever, Rob. If you got a shot, you got to win it. Because this NBA, I mean, the Thunder look like they could be that, but you never know. The Spurs could beat them. And my point is, this isn't the Warriors went 5 out of 6, 7 years, and then the Cavs went 4. And then we had that those two going at it, and it seems like the Pistons could go this year, or the Knicks could go this year. The Thunder look like on paper they're going to go, but who knows? The Spurs could upset them. We've had one-time champions, now 6 years or something like that? It was the Suns, it was the Bucks, it was obviously the Warriors came back and won one, and then you got the Celtics 1-1, and now the Thunder. Like, this isn't just one of those, we're going to have it on lock guaranteed for the next few years. So if you're the Timberwolves, you got to feel like the Knicks, right? Like, we got to get there because it ain't no guarantee. Next year's our year because who's to know the Spurs aren't going to have it on lock for a couple years.
That's it's almost the same thing in the NFL. Like there are windows, and you got to be careful because if you don't make the window,
at the Lions they had that. They had a couple of shots at it.
Then you got to pay people. You're going to lose people. The roster changes. You lose coaches. You know what I mean? And then what you had set up for those 2 or 3 years aren't the same anymore. So The NBA is interesting to me.
It's just a different – I mean, the second apron teams are better than they look because they're really young. You got guys coming in 19, 20, so they look bad, right? If you're the Pistons a handful of years ago, you look horrible, 14 games, because Durant's coming along, Cade's coming along. If you're the Spurs, right, a couple of years ago, well, you got Wemby, then he's hurt next year with the blood clots. And so, teams are getting so young, Rob, the Houston Rockets, that it's taken a couple of years to develop. So you're thinking they're worse than they really are. You get what I mean? And then they just kind of creep up out the blue. Oh, shoot, because they've been developing this young core talent. And that's just the way the NBA is now with the second apron and not a lot of free agents necessarily going places. You're getting these really young teams that grow together. And next thing you know, they're good Spurs. They're good Pistons. They're good. Orlando Magic could be that potentially. We'll see how that all shapes up. But there are some teams out here with a nice nucleus. The Knicks are kind of the anomaly of Anunoby was with the Raptors, Brunson was with the Mavs, Cat was with Minnesota. They've kind of built this team. A lot of these other good teams have been ground up.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The Knicks have been put together. They made the deals. They did what they had to. Gave up 5 first-round picks.
For him, I didn't even mention him.
For Mikal Bridges.
I know they were made.
Right, they were put together, and that's why even for them, you look at that and say, well, Boston's going to get back together. Maybe they'll be full strength. Maybe Milwaukee will add something there. The Halliburton, and they're going to have a top. And they're going to have a top pick. You know what I mean? Because they were terrible this year, so they're going to add some talent to what they have.
Which, by the way, Rob G, the Thunder, because of the Clippers not making it, now they can get a potential lottery pick too, right?
Yes, they could.
The rich get richer.
Rich. J-Dub don't even have to play. How crazy is that? They're got a 23, 24 points type score guy, and we don't even need you, man. Just rest up. We'll see you in June. Oh, and by the way, we might get some and what are they saying about this draft? One of the best drafts we had in a long time. And now they're going to mess around and get the 6th pick or something and get a top player to add to this team, right?
The best thing that could happen is that OKC doesn't win the championship. I'm sorry.
For the league?
Yeah.
Why so?
Just because it would be good that they don't win. Say it's the Spurs or somebody else. Yeah, and then they're going to get another player. It just would be okay, they won back-to-back. Now they just added on another player, and then you would make the league where it's dude, this is ridiculous.
Dude, Sam Presti been in his bag. My gosh.
Well, you know what's weird about that, Rob, is that historically sports fans love dynasties. But
I'm in favor of it.
But this particular team,
this team,
they do not like them at all.
I totally agree.
They don't like SGA's flopping or with the foul merchant.
Yep. They don't like that.
They don't like the outfits that they wear. They don't like the commercials that they do.
That sounds like some hate.
No, for real.
But it's true though.
For whatever reason, this team, and we talked about this last year, should be celebrated for how good they are.
I agree. I agree. And nobody
likes them.
It's true.
It's either because you're in camp, they're boring. You're in camp, they're like you said, the foul merchant, or you're in their camp, they're a bunch of nerds and dweebs, and why are those the guys winning? So that's you got to be super duper Mr. Basketball, Mrs. Basketball to be all in on them. Because on paper, if they were defending themselves, they say, "Don't we do it right? We play hard defense. We got guys who are selfless. Their chemistry is on 120%. Why don't you like us? Our shooting guard is incredibly efficient. On paper, they would be screaming from the mountains. Hit me with it, Alex. What more do you want from me?
What more do you want from me?
That's what they would be saying, but for some reason, everybody like, I don't know. I just don't like you. I don't know.
Yeah, there's something. You know that. There's something that rubs them the wrong way.
Who's likable? Who's the team that – is it the Spurs maybe?
I think the Spurs with Wemby. I don't think
the team that
I don't think he's like a polarizing figure at all. Even though he does speak out and he's very conscious.
Have you been hearing him lately?
What?
He's been one-wordy. Did you see? I don't know if you saw the post game.
I didn't see it.
Because they were like, they had to play I forgot who was interviewed. They had to even play it off. Like, you're a man of few words, but because I feel like he's caught what we were talking about lately. Because they were like, what did it take? He was like, toughness. Oh, okay. Yeah. So what do you need to?
You don't need to be. Nobody's saying do that. I think he was getting a little.
He might
too
be extreme.
crazy
He
about
might be
himself.
not being too extreme. Like, oh, y'all don't want me to talk, so I ain't gonna talk now.
Yeah,
They like Ant-Man.
But the team.
Oh no, they don't like the team.
They don't like the team.
I'm saying,
man, I agree with that.
Because if you'd have to, people like the Warriors because they like Steph. Other than that, like they like the Lakers, you know, because LeBron. That doesn't really exist
I think
anymore.
the Lakers got a lot of hate too because of LeBron. Like I think,
well, both.
Yeah.
No,
But,
he's polarized. Both sides.
Because
No doubt.
people liked Giannis and the Bucks for a while, and then
They did. He won
Not
those.
so much.
He
Is
won
it
those
in
MVPs,
different-
and then when he won that championship,
Oh, yeah.
people were like,
He
"Oh
was
no!"
incredibly likable, without a doubt. Is it an indifferent team like like a Pistons? They love the hustle of the Pistons because they're the whole kind of like the 02-04 Pistons, like going to work style.
well, a couple years ago, people liked the Knicks for that same reason.
I think Cat just makes it.
People don't like it.
A Cat
And then Thumbgate happened, and then things went sideways.
And by the way, Brunson with his
foul merchant.
Yeah, his foul merchant. He has a lot of that in him too. I think a lot of people, but I don't know. Just curious if there's like a team that people would kind of, get behind a little bit.
All right. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Are basketball fans overreacting to game one of these playoff series? And are you like us? And you hope that the Thunder doesn't win. I know people in OKC are turning their radios off as we speak.
They're winning, though.
Anybody but OKC.
Is this the new Kansas City for you?
Yes, it is, and it worked very well for me. I enjoyed that Super Bowl immensely. Anybody but OKC. It is The Odd Couple on the TV theme song Thursday, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you like boring basketball in the US of A.
Tracy McGrady, Hall of Famer, does a podcast with his cousin Vince Carter. And they were talking about some of the NBA headlines that come out of the first round.
All Hall of Famers are not
Dang it, Rob.
I'm sorry.
And of course, Jaylen Brown and his comments and what happened in Boston came up. And during the conversation, Tracy McGrady said something that had everybody's ears perk up just a little bit in Boston. Take a listen.
His frustration lies deeply within the organization and other things that, of course, we don't really have details to. There's just been a lot of stuff, that I've been hearing just going on with the Boston organization, with JB, so I think part of him is like, I showed you guys more of who I am as a basketball player, not only just, what I did on the basketball court, but the leadership that I displayed within, this team. And you've seen that, not having our, best player in JT. You've seen a different side of me and what I'm able to bring to the game of basketball. So all that stuff, I think just came into play with him and his frustration.
And I think we might be getting to a point, Rob, where he wants to spread his wings and fly. Not in a negative way either, meaning it doesn't have to be, I hate Jason Tatum, I hate the Celtics. But I wonder if there's a point where because I feel like Tracy McGrady was saying without saying, like one of those we've talked, and I don't want to tell all the little personal things he's told me, but I can see a frustration in a broader sense to Jaylen Brown, more the NBA as a whole. He has, when we had the Olympics coming off of him winning a Finals MVP and all that, and he's known in the league, he doesn't get chosen to the Olympics, right? I think that puts a little burn in you. He also, you are a Finals MVP, but you're always number 2. Everybody thinks Jason Tatum and then you. Right or wrong, that would add a little fuel to you as well. And then you look at little small things that happen. They had the All-Star Weekend out here in Los Angeles this past February. His party gets shut down. It was a philanthropic party. It was party with a cause, and yet his gets shut down in Beverly Hills.
What does that have to do with the Celtics and his teammate? Come on,
I'll
man.
tell you.
You just add an extra sauce.
If you let me finish, my point is, I think he's in a place as a respected person. What did he come out of this past series talking about? The refs and why they doing me like that. I think he's gotten to a place as a whole, as the guy in the NBA, that he feels like he's being maybe underrated, being a little underrepresented on his own team. Maybe he wants a little bit more pull. He mentioned, of course, look what he did. They were competing for the number 1 seed in the East when everybody thought they would either be out the playoffs or a lower seed. And I think there's a point where he wants to feel we will win. I want the responsibility of having my own team. And remember James Harden with the Thunder. Everybody's like, why would you stay? Why don't you stay? Because I told people then, he wants his own team. He wants to be the man, right or wrong, fail, succeed. I want to try that. Kobe and Shaq won a bunch of rings, and it was a point where it was just like, I just want to try my own. Kobe always said, I just had to prove that I can win without Shaq. And I wondered if Jaylen is getting to a place where he is saying, man, I want more responsibility. I want more of a power structure within the organization. And not that I don't like Jason Tatum, not that I hate this team, but I'm wondering if he's getting to a place where he wants to spread his wings and have his own thing. You know, you're Ant Edwards with the Timberwolves. We know it's his team. You're Cade with Detroit. We know it's your team. You're Denver with Joker. We know it's your team. And I'm wondering if he's getting to a place where all of these frustrations feeling like I don't have that right now, and I want that.
It makes no sense to me. I'm serious. Like, everybody's trying to find a partner, right? Cade needs a partner. You have a partner. You've won a championship. You've been to 2. Mm-hmm. This is what everybody tries to find. And then if you're saying, how is he being disrespected? Tatum had better numbers than him in every single category. And guess who won the Finals MVP? Jaylen Brown. Mm-hmm. So nobody disrespected him. The writers actually look past the numbers. Go look. Rob G, am I wrong? He led in every single offensive category. And they still picked him as MVP. So I don't know. The Olympics is another thing. Jason Tatum didn't play in the Olympics. He got disrespected for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't just like, oh, wow, Jason Tatum was a starter and I didn't even make the team. No, Jason Tatum felt like he got disrespected and how they treated him in the Olympics.
Which he did.
I just don't. Dude, if they want to leave or whatever and try to find some other situation, you're leaving a team where you were the Finals MVP when you won a championship, saying I want more respect. That's the ultimate respect. If I'm Jason Tatum, maybe I'm like, wow, like Jaylen did this and held the team together when I was gone, like they didn't need me. Maybe he's the guy. Jaylen Brown, to me, has cemented himself, and I thought this year, when the way people looked at him, showed that he is that player.
Sports Radio. I cover Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song. Thursday, we got Shop Talk coming up here in a little bit. Talk some other NFL news that are happening as well. Don't forget, for over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be.
I wanted to stump Rob Parker with this.
Which, let's see.
So this must be a show that's been on in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
It's also, in the name of the show, it's a team that already went home in the NBA playoffs.
Okay. I like that. So
the show's called Boston Public.
Oh, that was a good. That was a teaching show. Yeah, it was pretty good.
William Shatner, was he on that show?
I think so.
Oh, was
Wow.
was it or no?
I think I'll check.
Or was he Boston Legal?
Boston Legal.
Might have been
He was
legal,
Boston Legal.
Right?
Boston Legal. Yeah, it was the brother. I forgot his name, the actor. He was the principal on this. Tall, bald-head brother. I have to look it up. He was the principal of that show. Yeah.
All right, Rob, we don't mess with William Shatner. You know that.
Yeah, you guys had a problem with
Oh,
him.
yeah, we got real beef. It's on site.
Wait, which we? Like
all of If I got beef with you, we all got beef with him now.
Okay.
Because he did something to Ben Maller, right?
First off, let me tell you real quick before we get to these calls. Stay on hold.
Okay.
Number one, Ben Maller got the Maller Militia. They are the
They don't
most
play.
rabid fan base in all of sports media, even
Okay.
more than the Odd Mob.
Oh, no, they
They're
are.
Our mob got stepped the game up.
And Ben Maller went to a Kings game, saw William Shatner, said, "Hey, man, me and my guy Shats were there at the Kings game, whatever." And the Odd Mob starts inundating William Shatner's Twitter, like, "Why you ain't pictures with Ben Maller? Why don't you want to let people know you were Ben Maller?" Blah, blah,
You
blah.
mean the Maller Militia?
The Maller Militia,
yeah.
yes,
Right,
excuse
right,
me. So he gets upset. And any person who was tagged in any of these tweets, which of course we all worked on that show, blocked by William Shatner.
There you go. Unbelievable.
I had never tweeted
I'm going to
him.
be blocking in my 90s, too.
Oh, you are for sure going to be. It's my party. I can block it if I want to.
But I'll probably have blockage first. I'm just
Okay.
saying. It's my Twitter, and I'll block if I want to. Block if I want to. Block if I want to. You would block, too, if they tried to dish you. All right, William Shatner,
He's
you
going
can
to be
sing
on a
that.
recliner popping Rugiettes, just blocking people on his cell phone.
For sure you are.
Hopefully, somebody will be on that recliner with me. I'm just saying.
Oh, we're going to be breaking recliners out here in these streets.
I'm just saying.
All right.
I mean,
at that point, why not? Have you a
you got
little
a
pina
tissue for
colada,
me?
little.
I'll be retired. Right?
But
Give me
my
the
question
money
is she
shot.
going to be half your age plus 7? So you'll be like, what? 6,
I'll be trying to
30,
make a
6,
baby
38
by that
before-
time. I'll be like, I'm finally
Oh, don't do
mature
that to the
enough.
baby.
I what?
You're going to be 8 years old with no daddy. You done went to see the Lord.
It's better for that kid to have 8 years with me than none. What?
8? Yeah, I mean,
True.
that's just rude.
Rob, no.
That's rude. That's kind of rude.
8?
Can you start now so they might get a 15, 20, 25 out of you?
I don't know about that. All right, we going crazy. All right, 877-99 on Fox.
I apologize. I'm trying to make you live to be 88.
I'm just saying.
He said, don't get crazy now.
I don't know about 88.
You don't want to do the 80 piece? I don't know. You don't want to do the Bam out of and get an 83 piece?
Hey, Brian in Spokane, Washington. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Brian?
Hey, I've been a Hornets fan, and I don't understand why people are hating on OKC. They still got the majority of the players when they moved over. Like, they're having a good time, doing good things on their team. The only thing I don't like is Lou Dort, man. He's just fucking dirty as hell.
Oh, right. You really don't like him.
Okay, then.
All right.
He really made him mad.
Remember my first time on radio.
How about Johnny in Virginia? You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Hopefully you have soap in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, how are you guys doing?
Doing great. Thank you.
All right. I know this is a music themed
TV theme song Thursday. There you go.
Yeah. Well, I might be wrong about this, but Daz Band. That's where I want to go. Secondly, I also want to say, Rob G, I do miss you. Alex, I think you do a great job. Rob, You're working out. I can see it. You're getting slimmer.
I feel like it's a FaceTime call right now. Like, is this a live call? Like,
no. Rob is getting slimmer by the moment.
It is happening. It is happening.
And by the way, there is no odd couple without Rob. So give you a shout out because if it's not you, then I don't know how this happens.
Well, we appreciate it.
Going back to kind of the main topic, all I want to say is, yes, people are overreacting around Game 1 wins. And the funniest thing I've ever heard on Sports Talk was someone comparing the earlier conversation to R. Kelly.
Okay.
Never heard it.
Appreciate the call. I just don't want us to get into R. Kelly.
What's going on with the calls today, Rob?
I don't know.
Rob, why didn't you cut him off when he was complimenting you? You got to wait till he got to the last part of the call.
So here's my main point. I would like to say, okay, cut him off.
No, everything.
I got all our
everything
compliments.
was fine.
You just don't want to do R. Kelly?
I don't want to do R. Kelly. You want R. Kelly? No, I don't want to do R. Kelly.
Alex says he has thoughts.
Oh, we already know, Alex. We already know Alex has thoughts.
Now, when you say teenage,
how
old are we talking?
He really said that. Okay. That's the worst part about that. He really
Where's
said
the
that.
Alex button that Alex? Caution.
Record one for me.
You know what? We're gonna save our jobs and save the show. And we're gonna go to Bree right now. If it is Bree, it is for we. Save us.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris. Yeah.
I don't know how to get out of that, so I don't know. You guys, the Pistons.
Just have Chris talk. Chris. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, Perfect? I was like, is that a shot?
No, that's
at?
USC Chris.
Oh, USC Chris. Okay, everybody has nicknames here. I should know better. All right, guys, just getting started in the third quarter. The Pistons are on top of the Cavaliers 54-46. Danish Jenkins leading the way for Detroit with 11 points. Donovan Mitchell has 13 points for the Cavaliers. At 9:30 Eastern Time, Game 2 between the Lakers and Thunder will tip off. OKC has a 1-0 series lead. Jared Vanderbilt has been downgraded out due to a right finger dislocation. Knicks forward OG Anunoby is day-to-day with a hamstring strain and is listed as questionable for Game 3 on Friday against the Sixers. The NCAA men's and women's basketball selection committees have approved the expansion of the NCAA tournaments to 76 teams starting next season. 12 games featuring 24 schools will make up the opening round games and will take place over the 2 days prior to the start of the first round. In baseball, the Cubs have won 9 straight. They downed the Reds 8-3. The Nationals topped the Twins 7-5. Yankees knocked out the Rangers 9-2, and the Pirates outscored the Diamondbacks 4-2. And in the NHL playoffs, it is scoreless between the Hurricanes and Flyers. 6 minutes left to go in the first period. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Bree.
Okay.
It is the Odd Couple, Rob Kelvin on a TV things on Thursday. Shop Talk on the way. As Bree just mentioned there, you got it now 54-47. Pistons 10 minutes left in the third. Pistons up 7. Keep you updated on that. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can choose from more than 65 graduate online degrees and certificates, including our MBA now with 10 specializations. No application fee through June 1st. Visit umgc.edu. All right, Rob G, we got, despite the NBA playoffs, we still got a little NFL news as well.
That's right. This story is a Rob Parker special, not just because of the headline, but because of the way it is written in the lead. I'm going to read you the headline.
It is written in the lead.
But you already know I'm a journalism professor.
So you're going to love this, Rob. So here's the headline. Report. Sources. Aaron Rodgers is expected to return to the Steelers for the 2026 season. We'll get to that in a second. But here's the way that it's phrased on the website.
What does it say?
Aaron Rodgers expected to visit the Steelers this weekend and is likely to play for them this season. Sources tell NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. There is no agreement between the Steelers and Rodgers at this time.
Okay, I can't even lie. Like, that was bad. Like, what did you say?
What are you saying? Right. It was almost like I remember. Do you remember when Joy Taylor had that rant?
Oh gosh,
against Aaron
Rodgers. What has
the
last 3 minutes been?
No, about being in camp.
Oh yeah.
And we were just, and she was talking about being in camp and all that, and then we were like, Joy, he hasn't signed a contract. He's not on the roster. Like I get what you're saying, but he
doesn't have to be
right.
Camp.
He's not on the team.
Yeah.
He hasn't signed a contract yet. But anyway, This story is
alleged story. Maybe
Is
not a story.
alleged story.
I don't know what it is.
And you want to be definitive, right? Like sources say that he will show up to camp this weekend and blah, 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 and he is playing.
Well, especially considering
and that's where you really want to go.
Especially considering we're kind of still at the point of where we were when McCarthy got the job. I would love Aaron Rodgers to come back.
And it makes only sense because of their history.
Of the relationship.
Right? Like it does.
But, I mean, but that's why I'm saying there's new news. It's kind of like, well, what's the news? In that they've been waiting on him. He wants him. They have history. And is he in or not? Is this, to me, the thing? Like, is he going to be playing or not? Because if you say, ooh, the Steelers are interested, yeah, we knew that. We knew that the minute McCarthy, took the job and said, I want my old guy back. And he'd be great. I was watching him, and I think he'd be great with them. So I just think, it's the same thing for me. We've talked about. I just think it's kind of playing it safe in that you're bringing him back. Obviously, McCarthy, bringing the old thing back, what they had, moons ago. And it's the same thing with the Steelers. They're in this weird place, in my opinion, where they don't want to – they mentioned it. The owner comes out and was like, we're not in a rebuild mode, and we're not in that. It's like, okay, well then your whole issue is you're tired of just being mid. You're tired of just winning, getting into playoffs. You want to win. And I'm just like, what? Well, you got to kind of rip that Band-Aid off. You got to hit a hard reset. You got to advance. You got to make some moves. And to me, they just keep playing it safe rather than doing the same thing, and it's going to be the same thing again. Maybe 9-8, maybe 10-6, maybe 8-9, and it's just okay. What are you doing with that?
Yeah, but they don't have there's no quarterback.
But that's what I'm saying. Why didn't they find a way to get in the draft? Get one.
They didn't feel there was a good one in the draft that they really wanted. And I just think Mike McCarthy's first year before they get into that is just because if Aaron Rodgers wasn't there, I think it would be different. They were 10-5 when he started games for them last year, 10-5. So they have that. The teammates spoke very highly of dealing with Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like the Jets situation. Would you agree with that?
Oh, no. The Steelers are a much better run organization.
Exactly.
Him and Tomlin had their bromance. Yeah, for sure.
And it was just different. And I think that's what made it easier for them to say, yeah, Mike McCarthy your first year, and then we could get a quarterback. Because this will be it. I can't see it being past this.
He's in a good position, he being McCarthy, that let's say you're playing, right? All right, we'll just we'll just get our feet wet, figure this thing out, and you're bringing him Aaron Rodgers, and let's just say it doesn't work. Say it's 6-11, you win some games, but you lose. He's in a position where that organization, we know, if you're in, you're in. Now, he's older. They got Tomlin at like 35 or something like that, so obviously he was able to have a long runway. McCarthy's older now at this point. But my point is, they're not like a team that's going to, or an organization that's going to fire you. Like, oh, you were terrible this year, and he's going to fire. So he's in a good position where he can try Aaron Rodgers, see what it does, and then they can say, all right, let's reset, because they don't like to just let people go. We know that. The three coaches for eons. So he's in a good position with that. But to me, I just feel like, when we kind of talked about it earlier, like, there's a chance to reset. There's a chance to rebuild. There's a chance to kind of not be good for a year or two. It's okay. It's okay.
But I think that's next year. I really do. I think that's next year.
So what's this year then?
They won the division. I know
a lot of circumstances
but did they win the division?
Yeah, but I'm saying I can't bank on Joe Burrow and Lamar being out.
But they won the division. The Ravens had a chance to beat them and knock them out and everything, and they didn't get it done. I mean, is that their fault that they missed a field goal at the end? No. That was Baltimore, and that's why they fired their coach, and that's why they're going in a different direction. All I'm saying is, for Mike McCarthy and his first year in Pittsburgh, they probably don't want to throw him out where he gets off. And if I'm Mike McCarthy, I feel better about it too. I don't want to be 1-16. I don't. Okay. Or two.
Don't Rob Parker me. Why you got to extreme me?
Because that's how it is.
I said 8-9 and 7 and
I don't want to be 2-15. I don't want it.
Not a 1-16, Rob. Come on now.
I don't want to be there, so I understand why. Because of their history, it makes sense. And he was already there.
Well, they better not look like Gino and your boy, Pete Carroll. When they went to Vegas, they had history. They came to Vegas and looked terrible.
The difference is Aaron Rodgers was already on the team. They traded for Gino. They brought him.
I'm saying rekindling.
Yeah, but it was different. Gino wasn't wanted in Seattle. Right? They brought in a new quarterback. I don't know. It makes sense this year, and that's it. This is probably it. And Aaron Rodgers, this is it. Play one more year, and he'll be ready to. He's 41 years old. This is it. I think this is it. And he wants to play one more year. And I think after that, by that time, they'll be able to maybe move up in the draft, maybe try to do something. Supposed to be quarterbacks all over the place. You never know.
This coming draft,
right?
But you position yourself to get that by not. They got to be 1-16, but not being great.
But you could also move up
because if you mess around and be, like I said, 9-8, 8-9, something, where it's like, now you're the 15th pick or something like that. You might not get one of those really, really good
that just
quarterbacks.
don't want to do that. The Yankees won't hit the reset button, and they haven't won a World Series since 2009, but they refuse.
But the Yankees have the luxury.
No, but
I'm saying they can buy guys. Whereas football,
but I'm still saying, like, people could have said, like, 8 years ago, why don't you just reset it? You know what I mean? Why don't you go and develop some players, bring up some young guys, lose for – no, you got Aaron Judge and you got all these people. No, we're not doing that. We sell out every night. We're not doing that. We're going to keep trying to win year after year, and Pittsburgh feels the same way.
I just think it's different with the Yankees because you can buy players, and whereas you can, resetting in baseball is a completely different thing because now you're young. You got guys coming up from your farm system. It's a whole thing. You want to have some veterans you want to bring up. And football, you kind of got to go down a little bit, get a good draft pick, get a quarterback. So we'll see. And by the way, after all this we just said, we don't even know if he's coming in technically to the reporting. We don't know. All right, Shop Talk. Alex teased it, said it's something that's going to be really good here. We'll see what Alex and Rob G have cooked up. It is The Odd Couple on the TV Things on Thursday, Fox Sports Radio.
J.J. Redick said something today, Rob G., that just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, ahead of game one, the Lakers, you mentioned it, 15.5-point underdogs.
That is unbelievable. Has LeBron ever been a 15.5-point underdog?
I don't
know
think
what I
even
mean?
back
in
in
a
07
playoff
he was
game?
that low.
My God.
But, it's not looking good for the Lakers. Everybody's expecting not only to lose this series, but all likelihood to get swept. And J.J. Redick, ahead of game one, spoke about the task at hand going against the defending champion Thunder. Take a listen.
We saw a stat in our morning meeting this morning, like our teams that have had back-to-back or even more than that, 10 or more better net ratings in consecutive seasons. We're talking about the 95-96 Bulls, the 96-97 Bulls, and then the 15 through 17 Warriors. You're literally talking about two of the greatest teams of all time. I said to a bunch of people yesterday, off-site, that were, talking about this series to me. I said, yeah, the Thunder are it's one of the greatest teams ever in NBA history. That's just the reality. They're that good. I think our guys recognize that and respect that, and we know what kind of task we have in front of us.
No, they are not one of the greatest teams in NBA history, J.J. Redick. What baloney is that? They won a championship. We gave them a parade. We threw the confetti at them. They also went 7 games against Denver and 7 games against Indiana. If Halliburton didn't get hurt, they might have lost that championship. I don't care what the numbers say. This is a typical coach speak. J.J. Redick thinks everybody's a dummy. You know what he's saying? Keith, he's saying, we're going to get drubbed, so I'm going to soften the blow. I'm going to tell you how great they are, so no one's going to look at me and say, oh, the Lakers are garbage or they're trash or how embarrassing. Even with LeBron, everybody talks about how great he is and the numbers he's still putting up, and nobody gives him a damn chance. I get it. OKC is the defending champs, and they are a hell of a team. But to crown them with one championship that they're one of the greatest teams of all time, can you stop? Can you pump the brakes? Can you give us a break? J.J. Redick is full of baloney. J.J. Redick is a $3 bill. J.J. Redick is disingenuous. It's coach speak, Keith. He's trying to deflect and tell you there's nothing to see here. He's warning Laker fans. Don't worry, we are losing because they're so great. I never heard a defeatist attitude before you even get into a series. My God, do you know that thing's called upsets? I'm not buying J.J. Redick.
Well, JJ was in the media. This is a Jedi mind trick. And it's smart, honestly, because the almighty Lakers don't even belong on the court with one of the greatest teams of all time. If he's right about them, they might go back-to-back champs, and they're going to say, hey, JJ was trying to tell us. And you know what it is? It's you underpromise, and you hope that you overperform. If the Lakers win one game, then it's like, oh, look at the Lakers. Look at the job JJ's doing. If they win 2 games, oh, we got a series now. And, he's just kind of, like you said, throwing platitudes at him to soften the blow. I get it. I understand it. I would do the same thing. I would be like, hey, listen, these guys are great. We don't belong on the same hardwood as these guys. It's going to be a tough series. Maybe it's also a Jedi mind trick to get in their heads where they kind of come in thinking it's going to be sweet. They've been off for a little while. Maybe you can get that first game. Nah, they're not getting that first game. They're going to get smoked.
15.5 point underdog.
They're going to get smoked.
You think Vegas gives away 15.5 points?
No.
Seriously. They look at this and go, no, there's no matchup here. What are you talking about? Ain't no way. Aretha Franklin sang that song. Alex, can we get that? Ain't no way. Aretha Franklin. Ain't no way. But he going to sit here and tell you that they're the greatest. Just call it. I believe in my guys. I know on paper we're overmatched. We're not supposed to compete and win this thing. But I believe in my guys. He's too busy flossing the OKC Thunder. Is that what they say, flossing? Is that what it is?
Glazing.
Glazing. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, glazing. That's what he's doing.
Close.
Okay.
Flossing.
Hey, yo!
Hold up.
You get my point, Keith. Man.
Yeah, I knew what you was getting at, what you were alluding to.
I hate it. I hate it, man. Where's the competition? Do you know there have been some great upsets in sports history? There really have. There have been some. That's why we play. That's why we love the games. You know why? It's the ultimate reality TV. It is. That's why the only thing that moves the needle today in today's society, live sporting events and national news.
We got a game here, 69-66, 3:20 left. Third quarter, Pistons up 3. Cavs sticking around. No, not a good game from the stars of the Pistons. I haven't checked the exact latest, but I know at one point Cade only had around 10 points. You had Duren with only 5 at that point in time. So the stars for both teams you kind of think would produce haven't really produced like you would expect. Akaba Rob and Kelvin on the TV things on Thursday. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive, ship fast and free. Backed by Free Road Hazard Protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. All right, let's see what Rob G and Alex got cooking for Shop Talk.
Ain't nobody exempt in the barbershop. You know that. Ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop.
Now, it's Shop Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, now we like to go outside of the world of sports because God knows I like to, and we want to talk about something that does us a little bit more tantalizing with the worldly stuff going on, and maybe even something that's more relatable that has been happening to all of us. And tonight's topic is something that I'm sure all of us have experienced, but I don't think we've publicly talked about it, maybe shamed it or enabled it. So a situation happened here. We're not going to do names, but at a farewell party for somebody noticed somebody else double dipping in a community thing that other people could eat. So for example, was an onion ring, dipped in, flipped around, and dipped again. So the two questions I have for you is, number one, are you cool with double dipping? And number two, if not, is it ever acceptable? Kate, you go first.
No, I'm not cool. Yes, it's acceptable. There are times that it's acceptable, right? I mean, if obviously family member, friend, but just at the party, the function, I'm a pass on the double dips. Bree, you're making a face. I don't know what.
Rob,
makes that mean.
Never a double dip. No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I don't want your bad breath and your plaque off of your teeth or your germs.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like that. That is disgraceful. Like what were you doing?
There's a lot of people who are weird. They don't even think.
That's not your own thing.
Yeah.
Like this, if you have your own food or whatever. I remember one of the kids in the neighborhood. What he used to do was, whenever he had a bag of potato chips and he didn't want any of us to ask for the chips.
I know what he was.
He used to open the bag and blow in them first, and then be like, "Anybody want any?" And we'd all go, "Nah, I'll pass."
Yeah, like nah, I'm good.
That was his. So no, double dipping is never good. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Don't dip.
Not even with Boo. Y'all laid up.
No, that's
in the reclining chair.
I mean, I'm talking about.
Well, the question was ever acceptable.
I also asked if it's ever
he
okay.
says ever
too.
okay.
I mean, if you're eating from your spouse or somebody, like sharing something.
Yeah. You sound like you still don't even want that.
I don't think you would, Rob.
Yeah, he's trying to bust her up. Like,
no.
Nah, only the chinchilla gets that.
No,
so
but
she
like,
bites the grape, Rob.
If she
and then
bites
she
something
puts
or
the
sandwich and then says, "You want a bite?"
Yeah.
I'm not going to go like, "Oh, that was in your mouth." I mean,
we got it. All right.
Pause.
This hour been already a little crazy enough. Copy that, Rob. Okay, we got it. Bree, jump in.
Hey, yo!
Absolutely not. I just have no words. If you're at a communal event like that, you get the sauce and you pour it on your plate and then you dip it.
Thank you.
And so, I mean, I did.
who was it? Iowa Sam? Who was it?
No names.
I want to know
No
who
names.
it was.
And I'm not even a
We'll tell you
work.
during the break.
I can see it wasn't a work thing either. Who knows? But you just
It absolutely was a work thing.
Okay. Well.
Okay, give me all the names. You don't have to tell me who, but I want to guess.
We will send you a picture of everyone who was at the party and
Oh
tell
my
you who.
God.
Yes, can't wait.
Okay. Anyways, hell no. Heck no. No way.
Rob G.
No, that's a big no for me, dog.
Yeah.
But what I am going to do, because I am a habitual double and triple, quadruple dipper, I'm going to buy my own ranch or whatever sauce it is. I'm going to have it in front of me. I don't care if I look like a jerk because I'm hogging it all, because I'm going to triple dip that
But
myself.
that's fine.
Yeah,
that's
fine.
your own.
Do
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
I'm a saucer. My wife
I'm not
she could
paying an
care
extra
less about
35
sauce.
cents, but I get you.
Yeah, I'm a saucer.
See, I'm a little just flabbergasted at the fact somebody would think that flipping it around makes
That's a
it
veteran
okay.
move. He's like, hey, I didn't get it on that
'Cause
side.
Think about it. You're not even taking in the whole concept. Your hand was over the whole part.
Thank you. Your hand
You're
was on the
dipping
part.
in. I'd rather your mouth be in the dip rather than your hand at that point.
And don't forget,
what's that?
The bite, the saliva could have dripped down on the other side of the.
Rob, it's
my
true
God.
though. So to me,
But it could have.
No, you're right, but it's just this conversation.
But see, shout outs to Ricky because he's the one that
Ricky.
brought this up for the discussion. He's like, this is the microcosm problem with humanity and why we're stuck in these turmoil things, because people don't think of these small things that lead to grander concepts. Like, you have no concept to think other people are going to eat this food. You just say, oh, I like that. Poop, I want more. Poop. Like, what?
Do you think we are more aware of this now than historically? Because I feel like in other cultures, communally, they just ate, everybody would eat and we're all together. We're all eating. And I feel like,
You mean a
especially
culture that
post-COVID,
didn't have napkins? I get it.
especially post-COVID, I feel like we're all much more aware of this.
I'm going to tell you.
Cutting
Let
donuts,
me real
you
quick,
guys?
Bree. This is what I meant.
Okay.
Dudes historically, I feel like dudes didn't think about, yo, bro, just doing the thing, eating and just grabbing. And I feel like we've become much more inclined to be like, hey, what's going on? No, I get my own, like you said, Rob G, or
Well, because
just
you're
wash
right,
your
Kelvin.
hands.
There are certain cultures where they do eat with food. I know there was a Nigerian place I went here. It's all hand food.
It's all
when you eat,
hand. Everybody
which
just
is
grabbing
chill.
food
I
and-
love it, but it's a company thing, and it's like, bro, it's like you want to put your best foot forward, and you're just like you're home. You're at home.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Drinks were
But
flowing too.
I'm
so
going to
yeah.
be honest. Even before COVID, I'm dead serious. I always wiped off the doorknobs.
Good
I
man.
always
Yeah.
did all of that, even before that, because I knew that I never flushed the toilet in a
Right.
public place. I didn't.
That's why you don't sit on them either.
You bare
I mean, you
cheeks
do
at
know, but you bare
76.
cheek them though.
We are Fox Sports.
Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with one and a half of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not going to see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm going to go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it. Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
In the NBA playoffs, the Pistons are leading the Cavaliers 79-75, just heading into the fourth quarter. For the Cavs, Donovan Mitchell is leading the way with 23 points. And on the Pistons side, Cade Cunningham has 13 points and 9 assists. Tobias Harris has 15 points and 5 rebounds. At 9:30 Eastern Time, Game 2 between the Lakers and Thunder will tip off, but OKC has a 1-0 series lead. Jared Vanderbilt has been downgraded to out due to his right finger dislocation. And Knicks forward OG Anunoby is day-to-day with a hamstring strain and is listed as questionable for Game 3 on Friday in Philadelphia. The NCAA men's and women's basketball selection committees have approved the expansion of the NCAA tournaments to 76 teams starting next season. And in the NHL playoffs, the Hurricanes are on top of the Flyers 1-0 headed to the second period. And in baseball, the Athletics are beating up the Phillies 12-1, bottom of the 8th. I'm Brianna Miro.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3 on a TV theme song Thursday. Thank you very much, Rob Parker, along with Kelvin Washington, the Odd Couple crew here on Fox Sports Radio. And be sure to check out our YouTube channel. A lot of people have subscribed. We want you to do the same. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. After that, you can also tap the thumbs up icon. You can comment, all that and much more. Join in with the Odd Mob. That's right. Check us out on our YouTube channel. You can watch us right now and just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Odd Couple FSR. And don't forget, in about 28 minutes, Foul Affair with J.R. Gamble. It's foul. And, man, you know what? Did you see the baseball ratings, the TV ratings that came out?
Doing well? Or
really well.
Okay, good.
Really, really well. Their national exclusive games are up 44% from last year. And you ready? Best start in 9 years. So they got all these great players we talked about before. The momentum's been a couple years going. You got stars in New York and L.A. You got all these young players. Paul Skeens is pitching his butt off for Pittsburgh. A lot of bad teams are like in the mix. You know what I mean? Not terrible.
That's huge.
That's
just
huge.
To keep people interested because you don't want to be out of it. You don't want to be the Mets.
Right.
Oh, my bad, Jason.
Oh, my God.
My bad, Jason.
Here's another question, Rob. This is kind of out of nowhere, but does the fact that Paul Skeens and before that Justin Verlander are involved with starlets and, you know, Instagram model, people that are known outside of baseball, you think that's played any kind of role in what's happening?
That's interesting.
I don't think so.
Because people try to say that with Kelsey and Taylor Swift. I don't think because the NFL is a different animal, but you think that with
I think there is
baseball.
a difference of why that would, because her, Beyonce, and Bad Bunny are like the 3 by far biggest people in the world. So it's different if you have a celebrity, and then there's Taylor Swift level of celebrity. You can be with a hottie that's a this, that, and the other, but Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Bad Bunny, that's a whole nother strategy.
Yeah, you're in a definite. But and it's good for people to find out. You know what I mean? But I don't think. Yeah,
I think it's the momentum for me personally. I think it's that they keep having, 2, 3 good seasons, drama.
The
Pistons, rule changes. Oh, great point. Rule changes.
What'd you say?
He said the rule changes.
Yeah, no, that really, really helped. And I pushed back on it when it started. I didn't want it to be bastardized because I thought they were making the game for people who don't like baseball.
Don't take it away from people who live real fans.
And you wind up alienating your faithful.
That's that's a tough point right there, Rob.
Right?
Any business, I don't care if you're Coca-Cola, you want to grow, right? How do we get new people? How do we get new fans of our product? But on the flip side, we don't want to alienate. We don't want to get them out of here. We don't want to do this. That's tough. How do you grow because now I think NFL's going through that where we're all starting to be like, stop going overseas. Stop having these games where nobody cares. It doesn't look right. The field's messed up. Teams aren't happy. The scores are all weird. Like, but they're like, we're trying to go. We max out in America, right? Who isn't? If you're not a football fan at this point, you're not probably a football fan, And so they're probably let's take over the globe. But that's a tough business model for anybody. It's trying to grow the brand.
No doubt. All right, Rob G, Draymond Green. We got a tie ball game in Detroit.
Yeah.
Wow, 79 all with 10:40 to go.
Pistons have
a lot of time to go.
Donovan Mitchell putting the Cavs on his back. 25.6 rebounds to make up for James Harden. 3 of 12, 3 turnovers.
It ain't them. It's me, Rob G.
Very interesting.
That's what he said.
Yeah. This is a big game because if you're the Cavaliers and you can take this, then you go home.
The 2 at the crib.
Yeah, I mean that's why it's always harder.
Up
I think it's harder for the home team. You know what I mean? I think it is because they only have to split.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like that, they don't expect to be the Pacers last year to win the 2 games at Madison Square Garden. You just think if we could get 1, we're in a better spot. Doesn't mean you're going to automatically win the 2 at home, but you have a way better shot.
Yeah, I mean, and you feel like if you get 1 and now you got 2 at home, you're up 3-1. That's how your mind starts to do the math.
And then
on
we
it.
just got to win 1 of the last 3.
But like,
always work out.
Cleveland now up 2. And here's the other thing for Detroit, quickly before we get to this next topic. Cade Cunningham only has 8 shot attempts so far.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
It's been
He has 10 assists, so he's doing a lot of good work out there. But
which is fine. I don't mind, but Cade,
we need you to score, buddy.
You're not going to win many games where you're just going to shoot 8 times.
I think
it's just
if you watch the first half, other guys were getting off, right? You had Asur Thompson scoring, and he doesn't normally score. You had obviously
that was
Dennis
nice.
Jenkins. And so I think that third quarter, I think he was still in that the flow. I'm going to be in the flow of the team.
No, but that 11-point lead, that 13-point lead is
it's dwindling.
It's dwindling.
It's now a 2-point deficit.
Right,
exactly.
now it's a 2. You want to hop on in here?
That's a 15-point turnaround from the first quarter.
And the only thing you can hope is, or not the only thing, but you're hoping that, all right, now you haven't had to force it, so go ahead and start forcing it a little bit. If you're the Pistons. But, yeah, your boy is waking up like Rob G was just saying. Donovan Mitchell's playing well because he had been – remember, he had scored 25 points or more
he's
since
got it
game
tonight,
1.
And they got still 10 and a half minutes to go. So
he hadn't scored since game 1 of the first round. Now he's there now.
Well, speaking of forcing it, there's another person in the basketball world who's been forcing it the last couple of days.
Forcing us to have to deal with him.
Then Rob Parker's favorite player out of Michigan State.
We can't even get away from him this game. He's front row.
Draymond Money Green has been filling in for Shaq on Inside the NBA, and last night during the broadcast, Chuck said something to the effect of, the Warriors' run is over. You guys are not going to win a championship. You're too old. It happens to everybody as great as you were, 36, 37 years old. It happens. Draymond didn't seem to respond to that in a classy fashion. Take a listen.
Sports are for young people. You hope to have a great long career, but sports, nobody wins when they're 37, 38.
But you said what you said. I want to hear if he believes what you're talking.
Yeah, I mean, I think the goal is just to not look like you in the Houston Rockets uniform.
Yeah.
Is ultimately the goal for us. Like, we don't want to.
What does that look like?
Did you see it?
I'm just asking.
I saw it.
No, nobody laughed because it wasn't funny. It was. If I'm gonna just be honest, I'm not with the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not with the podcast where people don't put effort in, that's what I should say. Okay, if you're doing a podcast and you're pushing back and you're asking questions and you're giving some information and you're not doing inside jokes and all this kind of stuff, I'm okay. But the idea that some TV executive, I don't know where ESPN, wherever it could be, looks at Draymond Green and thinks that they have the next Charles Barkley. He's Charles Barkley 2.0. They could not be more wrong. I'm sorry, because I don't get it. Charles Barkley, what he said wasn't a rip on the Warriors. It was realistic. He named all the other teams. In general. He was real with it. It wasn't a Draymond, you suck. That's not what the conversation was. Draymond sitting there, there's a conversation about teams getting older, and that was natural. Draymond turned into Mean Girl. He's just mean. He's not funny. He's not insightful. You can't say anything to him without him getting his panties in a bunch. How is that good television? It ain't good television. Even when Charles Barkley's ripping on something, there's a degree of humor he can laugh at himself.
Oh, yes.
Draymond can't laugh at himself. It's always me against everybody. Oh, don't say that. You can't say anything to me. I'm going to cut you down. Nobody laughed on that set about Charles Barkley in a Rockets uniform. Because it wasn't funny. You were just trying to be mean-spirited because you've been blessed to win 4 championships. I got news for you. You weren't close to the talent Charles Barkley was. Not even close. So don't even like this whole idea. You can go ahead and play that game. Charles never won, so he's not a great player. I'm sorry. I'm not on that bus. I covered Charles Barkley during those years. You need to pop into YouTube, go to YouTube or pop in a VHS tape and watch Charles Barkley.
MVP.
He was a great player. He didn't win. Everybody doesn't win. That doesn't make you better than him. And for you to be so damn sensitive every time somebody has something to say, it's pathetic.
Yeah, and you mentioned something. If you're going to be on TV, if you're going to be on radio, one of the things you have to be is self-deprecating. You know that.
Yes.
We make fun of ourselves. We roast ourselves, or we roast you, you roast me. We go, Rob G, your legs swinging, and all like this is. It's a part of it. Seriously, we make Boomerang Bree. You know, like it's part of the game, if you will. And anytime, and that's why people get mad at Shaq sometimes, because Shaq's always got the jokes and all that. But anytime they bring up something or somebody roasts them good, what is he? Well, you ain't got no rings, Chuck. And we all go, Shaq. It's low brow. It's low hanging fruit.
What is that?
Don't get mad because Shaq got you good, and then you ain't got no rings. Like that's all you ever can go to. You ain't got no rings. And it's the same thing with Draymond. It's like Austin Rivers said, dude, you're high IQ, you got this. But what are you talking about that he stunted your career? Now you got to go low. Your daddy did this and Chuck makes a great point, and then you're trying to have a better career. By the way, you know what Chuck was averaging them years? Like 16 and 12. You know what I mean? Like
right.
they were in the postseason. So like, y'all didn't make the postseason, and you weren't averaging 16 and 12. So don't you want to at least look like that?
But did you hear the teams that he mentioned when he talked about it? Isaiah's Pistons.
It's a
Birds,
point when it ends.
Celtics. He all the great teams.
It's a point when it ends. Absolutely. And so
it was all the great teams.
And it's, to me, he's doing a disservice too, because I feel like he's burning himself at both ends of the candle right now. What I mean by that is, like, you're obviously still playing, so you're in the NBA and you're on the team, but you're doing all this, you're talking here, and we already talked about it. Then you got to go on an apology tour. I said too much, shouldn't have said this, should have said that. Your team is struggling right now, and it's, to me, you're talking about your coach, potential coach, who knows, Steve Kerr. So to me, we're getting in a place where it's like, dude, you're doing too much. Your team ain't playing well right now. You guys struggled this year. You're talking too much about your own coach. You're talking stuff about other players. You're on TV talking about too much with Charles Barkley, who should have earned the respect, of that show, has been the star of that show for 20-plus years. So to me, Draymond is doing too much, and he's burning out at so many different angles of, and facets of his life right now. And so again, I've had enough. I'll pass. I'm okay.
I'm with you.
All right. I'm okay.
And Charles is 4 years in Houston, averaging 16, 12, and 4, including averaging 18 and 12 during their run to the Western Conference Finals. So it wasn't like he was
it didn't even make sense. That's
right.
why I already knew this. They were in the Western Conference Finals. They were in the postseason. Y'all didn't make the postseason. Like, y'all haven't looked great. And he was putting up 16 and 12?
And Draymond never averaged double-digit rebounds?
Come on, man.
Stop it.
Chuck nice on that one.
Or more than 14 points ever. And he's acting like...
And that was the end of Charles, too.
Right. I just don't... The TV executive, I want people to say stuff. I don't want everything to be...
Yeah, agreed.
I don't want everybody to be singing Kumbaya and everybody's great. We're not... That's not what we're looking for. But to just be mean, just to be mean. I don't know what the appeal is in that. And Charles can't say anything to you without you being offended.
It's going to be a long 82-game season. If anytime somebody says, man, his knees about shot like yours, and then, well, you, right. Like, dude, that's, you got to, and by the way, there is a talent to it. I know people don't think that Charles Barkley is talented on television. He's not just goofy. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows what to say, when to say it, how to say it. And obviously he's being authentically himself, but there is a talent. And just because you're like tough guy, loud guy, it doesn't mean you're going to be great TV. Doesn't mean you're going to be great podcast. And again, and then that's the point too. Are you a player? Are you on TV? What are you doing? Because you're being hypersensitive for a player when part of being a player is being critiqued.
100%. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Is Draymond good for television? Or is he just a mean girl? Because that's what I think he's just mean. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do. stick and stay.
Unless you're sensitive in the US of A.
Yeah, LeBron did a 8-city year-long interview with Dave McMenamin of ESPN.
Oh, what a shocker.
Yeah, talking about
I know, right?
I literally sent myself like a page of notes from this interview of stuff that we could get to today. But the highlight is Dave asking him about the comparisons between him and Michael, and I'll read these to you here. Dave asks, in your most honest, laid-bare basketball opinion, what did Michael do better than you, and what do you do better than him? To which LeBron says, oh my God, don't get me started on that. Not asking who's greater, just the aspects of your games. LeBron says, there are a lot of things that MJ did better than I do, and I think there are some things that I do better than him. That's just how the game goes. There's a lot of things that I can say in particular. You already know how this conversation is going to be misinterpreted by people, man. He goes on and goes, I think I'm 101. I think the way I play the game, I'm a 101 player, and MJ as well, an unbelievable basketball player. Dave asks him, has it been a burden as an adult? The ambition, because now everybody brings it up. You can't escape the comparison. To which LeBron says, no, I think it's a very tiring conversation. It's barbershop talk.
All right. Kelvin, is this on?
It's on.
What's today's date? What is today?
April 27th?
April 29th.
Well, I'm behind the days.
It's April 29th, and LeBron James has officially conceded in the GOAT conversation.
Okay.
He can no longer, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. If you can't cut the mustard, don't eat the Frank. That's where we are with LeBron James.
Okay.
Because now he's trying to poo-poo the whole idea of a GOAT conversation. Oh, that's barbershop. You can't really win, and we're both great, and whenever there's a conversation, people basically dump on me. It was in the barbershop that you do that ill-fated television show, The Shop, where you sat there and you told everybody in NBA America that after you came back from a 3-1 deficit against the Warriors that you knew you were the GOAT then. Now you're saying there's no real way or path or conversation to being the GOAT. You say that because you know deep down in your heart, no matter how long you play, no matter how many stats you compile, no matter how many of your kids play in the league, people will never look at you as being the greatest of all time. And not just writers and broadcasters. Your own peers and players who you've played with, players from the past who have watched, who all say, if I'm picking a guy who's the greatest, it's going to be Michael Jordan. Yes. You even have your fans in the barbershop who are touting your stats, telling you how great you were and that you were the GOAT, wearing Jordans while they're doing it. They're not wearing your hard sneakers that nobody can play ball in or walk around in. Finally, you came clean, LeBron James, and I'm thankful. You realize that despite you self-proclaiming yourself the GOAT, that it's not going to work out for you. Having your son in the league, playing with him, going to all these NBA finals, but being the finals failure of all time, losing more finals than any other regular season MVP in the history of the NBA, and all these numbers that you compiled up, they don't make you the GOAT. Longevity and compiling stats don't make you the GOAT. And he finally, Kelvin, he's come clean and realizes that he's not the GOAT, he can't become the GOAT, and he never was the GOAT.
Where do you have him ranked?
Second.
All right. That's all I wanted to hear.
I'm not some crazy.
No. The only reason why I say that is because I think that's the context to where I feel a little differently than you. I think LeBron realized quite a bit ago he wasn't the GOAT. And I think
when was he in the barbershop?
Yep. And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't believe quite a bit of what he says because I think LeBron is fighting against LeBron. I think LeBron knows he wasn't going to be able to go. He might internally feel it, meaning like, hey, I just feel like they're the best. Like Kobe might have felt like he was the best. Like Jordan might feel like they're the best internally. But I think LeBron knew for the collective, he was not going to be that after he lost to the Mavericks because he had that thing where everyone could say, you let J.J. Barrera stop you. You let the Maverick team stop you. You didn't. You got the whole super team and you failed. And, of course, Jordan was 6-0. So I think he knew for a fact, which is why I've always believed he tried to blaze his own trail. Start to do things differently. All right, now I got the scoring title. I play with my son. I switch conferences. I got a title at the Cavs. I got a title with the Heat, couple, and I got a title with the Lakers. I've gone from conference to conference. I've gone from team to team. And so I think LeBron, to me, where he started to try to build a new case was in the other things. Sports Radio. He's Rob. I'm Kelvin. We are the Odd Couple on a TV theme song Thursday. Somebody do me a favor. Tie up Jason Smith in there. Tell him leave me alone. Bother me right now. Foul or fair with J.R. Gamble coming up here in a minute.
That is a foul ball.
It's foul. That's coming up here in a minute. And we got the last call as well. We got a close game. 5 minutes left. 94-91. Pistons up 3. Been a close game about the last quarter or so.
Pistons had a big 13-point first half.
Cade was doing nothing, and now he's kind of come alive here. The last few minutes. We'll see. We'll keep you updated on that. All right, real quick, stream us live wherever you happen to be. Don't forget the iHeart app. Go download it if you don't have it. That's right. You can check out all your favorite shows all over the place, live 24/7 within the app. Just search the Odd Couple FSR. You'll find us there. And then make sure you select Fox Sports Radio as your preset. So that way, when you open up the app, boom, top, right up there at the top. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Taking calls. Draymond Green, he's just all over the place. Podcast, TV, even front row at this Pistons game. And I'm Draymond out. I know you feel me on that.
I am too. All right,
877-99 on Fox.
No doubt. Let's go with Andre in Massachusetts. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, in terms of Draymond Green, you could be good for television in terms of your ratings while not being particularly good at television in terms of your approach and how you conduct your business. And his whole MO is about being unapologetic, and I'm going to say what I want to say, when I want to say, how I want to say it, but at the end of the day, there's not really too much substance that goes along with it. And the fact of the matter is, he wants to, because he's spent so much time puffing his chest out, he gets in these disputes and it just undermines his credibility. What I mean is, there's no way in the world Draymond Green is an all-time great player when you're out there averaging a triple single for your entire career and never driving the bus. You've won championships. Guess what? So is Steve Kerr. So is John Paxson. So is Horace Grant. They were on the bus. They didn't drive any of those buses. So for him to get in these disputes with Charles Barkley, he doesn't have any championships. Neither does Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, or John Stockton. But they drove all of those buses. They walked points.
And that's the difference too, Dre.
In those battles.
Dre and Rob, that's the difference between Shaq can say some things. At least Shaq was Shaq, right? So you can say some things to Chuck. Draymond is not on Chuck's level, like individual talent, not even in the same stratosphere. So it gets a little bit offensive. And by the way, you know this too, Rob. And Dre, appreciate the call. There is something to, like, you know this, like welcoming you on the set. I know he's been there for a couple of years, but you get what I mean? Like, you're coming in a little hot.
He don't care.
Coming in a little hot.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying? Like when I got Spectrum, I'm not going to hop on Giselle Fernandez, legend in the game, and be like, oh, you this, and I'm here. And it's like, well, hold on.
Right. You don't have to do all that.
Yeah.
All right, what about
who we got?
Jerome in Charleston? We haven't heard from Jerome in a minute.
Rome.
You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's happening?
No, that's because I've been blackballed. Hey.
Wait.
What do you mean you've been blackballed?
What do you mean from who?
We don't talk to me. Stephen A. Smith don't want to talk to me.
We don't blackball anybody. What blackball?
Stephen A. Smith Jr. don't want to talk to me. Hey, Draymond Green's been riding coattails for years. And by the way, ask Charles Barkley, how do you lose $30-something million gambling, and where's your wife? I never see you in public with her. You've been married all these years.
What does that have to do with what we're talking about? Come on, Jerome.
Wait, Jerome,
right.
you Draymonding me.
Now you're blackball. Get off the radio. Thank you.
Wait.
I mean, what does that have to do with anything?
Wait.
That's terrible.
How did we get there?
Because he wanted to. You want to go ahead and pick on Charles Barkley?
I just don't get the correlation.
Right. I just don't. Well, that's not what we're talking about. Brandon in Riverside. You're on the
It's been a wild day with the calls today.
Fox Sports
Rob
Radio.
G, man, hey, lock in. I need you to lock in, Rob G.
You hear that? What is that?
Hey, my man over there, he wilding out. But I'm tired of Draymond. He would love to have Charles Barkley last year in the NBA stat line.
Right.
If he actually had that stat line, the Warriors probably would have made the playoffs this year and missed the play-in if he was playing like that.
That's a good point.
It's just a low blow. Like, why you got to go low blow with him?
And what Barkley said wasn't even
personal.
It wasn't even personal.
It wasn't.
Teams fade.
It was like when he said that, if he would have said that out there on the street somewhere, somebody probably would have just started fighting him. Like, man, where'd that come from? Like you just gonna say something that most inappropriate.
Especially about the most given.
He would never be Barkley.
Father Time, we know that. Father Time,
he's undefeated.
Like that's a fact. That's not like a. He didn't say anything about you and you from Saginaw, Michigan. It's something personal or something
and listen to the teams he mentioned. All great teams, right? Larry Bird, Celtics, Isaiah Thomas,
Trump them. Bulls trump the Pistons.
Exactly.
It happens.
Like that. I thought it was harmless. That's why I think he's Mr. Mean Girl. Like it's like he's just trying to be mean for no reason.
It made no sense, especially again. It's something that's rooted in facts. Like it's not even like it's like we know this. It happens in all sports. You get old, teams got to move on. And the Spurs took a dip for years because they got old, and Ginobili got old, and Parker and Timmy, and you had to move on. That's just part of the game. All right, coming up, foul or fair with J.R. Gamble.
Foul.
We'll see what Rob G's cooked up for that.
That is a foul ball.
Right now, if it is Bree, it is for we.
What's up, guys? Yeah, the Cavaliers are trying to come back, but the Pistons have kind of taken over. Tobias Harris especially, he scored the last few points. He has 21 points and 6 rebounds. Cade Cunningham has 20 points and 10 assists. The Pistons are on top, 98-91. 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Their largest lead was 14 in this game, and in game 1, when they blew that lead, it was 17 points. So they just can't really hold on. But at 9:30 Eastern time, the Lakers are in OKC to take on the Thunder. Jared Vanderbilt is out, and news out of the NFL, the Vikings are signing former 49ers wide receiver Juwan Jennings to a 1-year deal. He'll join the kind of congested, field with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. As you guys talked about earlier, Aaron Rodgers will meet with the Steelers tomorrow and is expected he'll return to Pittsburgh next season, although there's no contract on the table. In baseball, the Cubs have won 9 straight. They took down the Reds 8-3. Nationals topped the Twins 7-5. And in the NHL playoffs right now, it's all tied up at 1 apiece. 7.5 minutes left to go in the second period. Back to you guys.
All right, Bree, thank you. Have a great night.
You too.
All right. It is the Odd Couple. He's Rob. I'm Kelvin here on a TV theme song. Thursday, last call coming up here in just a little bit. Right now, it is time for Foul or Fair with J.R. Gamble.
That ball is. It was a big week in the big leagues.
Who's up? I don't believe it! My, oh my!
Is it foul or is it fair? And now, from MLBBro.com, here's J.R. Gamble.
I'm a woman.
That's
So
right.
random.
Foul or Fair here on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio segment. We go around the diamond to discuss all the biggest headlines in Major League Baseball. In order to do so properly, we got to bring in a real expert. We got to bring in a guy who told Ohtani, you know what? Do one side. I think it's going to work out for you.
That's right.
Yep. None other than the man, the myth, the legend himself, JR. Gamble.
Greetings, America. I am on with the Odd Couple, therefore I am special.
You are special, brother.
What's happening? All right, let's
Thank you.
go.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Man, excellent, man. Excellent.
All right, guys, let's get
Let's
to
do
it.
it.
I got 3 baseball topics, and because JR is the star of the segment, gets the first crack at every single one. So let's get to it. Number 1. Despite having the 3rd highest hard hit rate in baseball, Padres star and Rob Parker's side piece, Fernando Tatis
Man,
Jr.
this hurts my soul.
I know it does. I know it does.
I had a man crush on him
did.
when he came into the big
I'm
league.
just proud of
He's
you.
no
for
Aaron
admitting it.
Judge, but he's like right in the
Okay, but
category.
wait. He might not be him talent-wise.
No, I mean
but
for
where,
Rob,
where was the
emotionally.
crush level? Which was the higher crush level?
It's always Aaron Judge.
Did you say
I don't know.
Aaron?
Yeah.
All
You know what it
Aarons.
might be? Aaron Judge might be the ex-wife. Tatis might be that girlfriend that got away that you always talk
If
about.
it was Tatis Mala, maybe.
Yeah.
But anyways, Tatis Jr. has not hit a single home run so far this season. 36-game homer.
This is
skid
mind-boggling.
is easily the longest of his career. But even still, Padres only 4 games back of the Braves for the best record in baseball. They're right there with the Dodgers, the NL West. JR, foul or fair to say Tatis' sudden loss of power is really no big deal?
Foul.
That is a foul ball.
And I'm not letting him off this that easy. Come on. If it was any other player, I'd say it's not a big deal. But come on. For a guy that was caught with PED at the height of his power numbers and got a record contract out of it, it was never the same. And now we just ignore it like it never happened because he is a good player. He's talented. Bonds was too, you know. So it's a bad look. Bad with a capital B-A-D. No bueno, Poppy. This guy was supposed to have a generational package of power and speed. 2021, his first season, 40-full season, 42 bombs going crazy. All of a sudden, serves the 80-game PED suspension gets popped. Hit the combined 46 the last 2 seasons. None this year. Never had a 100 RBI season. Man, come on. I love Tatis. He has a lot of talent. But, there's something we have to figure out. Who is he?
Yeah.
Something's wrong here. Something's wrong
Where
here.
you at, Rob?
I'm foul.
That is a foul ball.
Yeah. That dude was that dude to start his career. Unbelievable. Must-see TV. And there's no way. How do you get 36 games without hitting a home run? He's just too talented. He made the All-Star team a couple years ago, right? Was it 2 years ago? I don't think it was last year.
Yeah, but the numbers are the numbers.
Right. But I'm just saying, so it's shocking to me that he's on this homerless streak, and no, we just can't, poo-poo it.
I'm going foul, and my point is
a foul ball.
I really don't have to say much because you guys touched on it, but I also think it's because, too, we've seen this happen in sports. You guys know this. Tiger Woods, it wasn't physical. Stuff gets mental for you, and everybody's looking at you, steroids, PEDs, you ain't and I think you know this in baseball. Once you get a little off, the mentals ain't right, things just don't add up. You kind of lose yourself, and I think that plays a role as well.
All right, story
I
number
think
2.
he'll be back, though.
I hope so for Rob's sake.
Yeah, Rob
when Rob's in a good
is
mood,
willing
the
to
show
make
is
it up
better.
with him.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Rob is willing to have him back and make,
All right, story number 2. Since getting shellacked on opening day, which we talked about, Paul Skeens made us all look stupid. He's 5-0, 0.74 ERA, giving up just 12 hits, 3 runs across 28 in the third innings. He's awesome. In fact, his career ERA of 2.01, the lowest by any pitcher through his first 63 starts in over 100 years since Moby Dick was a guppy.
They find a staff or anything.
Yes, they
You ain't lying about that.
JR, foul or fair to say that Skeens is unquestionably, undoubtedly, indisputably the best pitcher in baseball right now.
I mean, I'm not going out on a limb here. Fair.
It's a fair ball.
To me, he's been that for quite some time. It's just a matter of when he gets traded to the Yankees and becomes the icon that he's destined to be. I mean, there's a couple of guys you can throw into the mix. Consistently get busy on the mound. Tariq Skubal, Dylan Cease is nasty. DeGrom's still around. He's actually pitching into the 6th as an old man instead of when he couldn't get out the 4th. But Skeens has been that guy. and he's young and he gets on a real team, you're going to see a next level of greatness, I truly believe, than what he's doing now. And it can't be fully appreciated on a franchise like Pittsburgh, who they're not a bad franchise. They're just never trying to win. So, yeah, man, I can't wait until he moves on, actually.
I think it's fair.
It's a fair ball.
And here's the other problem. You know, like Skubal won back-to-back Cy Youngs, right, in the American League. And I get it, but Skeens has been pretty amazing. And now with Skubal being hurt or whatnot, it's easy to look over and say what Paul Skeens has done. But Skubal was right there.
Yep. If you said one, you said the other, I wouldn't be mad.
There's no way that you could look at that and not think of Skubal as well. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you both on that. That's just fair.
It's a fair ball.
And what you just mentioned, you mentioned something that'll be interesting. Wow, big shot. Will he ever be able to have a team built around him? Right now, they're doing all right. They're middle of their division. They're 21-17. But will he ever be able to be that guy there? And that's what's going to be interesting. Is Pittsburgh finally going to spend money, finally build around him? Or you mentioned, is he going to have to be a Yankee? Is he going to have to be a Dodger? Or is he going to have to be a Met or something to get out of there? That's what's going to be interesting to me to see, can he succeed there and finally have something good going, or is he going to have to get out of there?
All right, Fowler Fair, Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio,
basket.
MLBBro.com, managing editor J.R. Gamble with the fellas. Last one.
They're still up by 6.
At 13-21, the San Francisco Giants, off to their worst start in franchise history.
What a shocker
they just
here.
had their first winless road trips in
No disrespect, college
2022.
coaches, managers.
All of which becomes even more eyebrow-raising when you consider that this offseason they made Tony Vitello the first coach in baseball history to go directly from college to the majors without any professional coaching experience in between. JR, foul or fair to say that Vitello is destined to be a one-hit wonder in the Bay?
Fair.
It's a fair ball.
But if he wasn't a college coach, fellas, he'd still be in jeopardy of being fired, being that this is the worst start in that proud franchise's history. That's a tough pill to swallow, even for a team, right, that has its work cut out for it in the NL West. My thing is baseball is baseball. One thing a manager needs is talent, and to Vitello's credit, he really doesn't have it. This isn't like a vintage Giants team. It's actually one of the worst and least talented Giants teams we've ever seen, even with Devers. It's a no-win situation for me from the beginning for a really, really good season manager. But to, try to make history and bring a guy from college onto this team, it just wasn't equipped for any success, and I'm not sure if he can manage or not. Honestly, it doesn't look like he can. So.
Yeah, fair.
It's a fair ball.
And Buster Posey will be on that bus too. Because seriously, that was a huge gamble, and you can't only just look at Vitello and blame it on him being in that spot. But Buster, what are you doing, Kelvin? Seriously, what are you doing? You can't do that. In a division with the Dodgers and Padres, you're going to let a guy manage on the job, learn on the job? It doesn't even make sense. And then they got a rinky-dink roster. I don't even understand it. But I'm with JR. Like, you lose enough, they're going to get somebody else. I don't care how long you were there, what kind of contract you have. If the players lose faith in the manager in the clubhouse, he's going to be done.
I don't know about that. You seen the Mets? I don't know about that, Shaw. The Mets seem to be riding this thing on out. Listen.
It's a fair ball.
The problem is, and you guys know this, he may have had a chance to do something great. Like, oh, wow, look at this. Maybe it can be done. The problem is he sure didn't have the groceries to cook the right meals. Like, they don't have, like you mentioned, the roster isn't set up for him. And it doesn't even seem like they're really trying to win right now. I don't know if they're going to wait out the Dodgers run. Like, look, let's just give it a few years and see what we can do after that. If they're trying to grow something. But he was already going to be an uphill battle as not having any professional managing experience. Then you walk into an organization right now that is not of their glory days. They don't know what they're doing. So it's a double failure. So absolutely, only one saving grace. Managers aren't the managers of old now. And because of the way, you just do what we ask. We got the lineup party for you. They can pacify you. Like, all right, you'll be okay. You'll be our guy.
Yeah, but you got to sell that to fans, though. And I'm serious.
I hear you.
Like, you keep losing, and then you can't make any player moves. they're not going to accept that. Like what? But a Buster Posey, you stepping down? You know what I mean? Or like at some point, they need blood from somebody.
What if he says, "Trust the process"?
Yeah, okay.
When does that ever work? Buster Posey.
It hasn't worked.
John Elway.
Yep.
When does that ever work?
They keep doing it. They keep doing it. All right, JR.
Appreciate you, JR.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
No doubt.
And check out all the good work on MLBBro.com. I'm telling you, if you're on social media, you see our content. It's almost impossible not to see it. It's all over.
MLB Bro, because what?
You need to know, right, Alex?
That's right.
Because you need to know.
You know how sometimes you might have to fight somebody. They ain't carrying their, they're doing their half, picking up the slack. Donovan Mitchell might have to beat up James Harden in the locker room.
What did I call him yesterday?
Oh, that was too much hard to remember.
Where's Draymond when you need him? You know, what I mean?
Choke somebody out, punch him, whatever, snuff him out.
The playoff puff.
Oh my,
the puffote. What happened?
Strauss and Cade been having a little. I don't know. They've been having a little thing. The reason I say that because James Harden, after all of what he said the other night, I'll tell you what he said and what's going on right now next. It's the Odd Couple on a TV Thinks on Thursday. Shout out to JR. Appreciate that. Fox Sports Radio.
Last call time.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Let me disrespecting last call. What's going on with me? 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. Last call. You hadn't had a chance to get in. It's your chance to do so. Hit us up.
It's last call time on The Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance. Your call's important to us. Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
All right, Rob G., let's start here. The Dodgers are playing. Ohtani's pitching against the Astros. It's 2-0 Houston in the fourth, and the Dodgers so far not getting much done offensively. Now, Ohtani this year is not hitting when he's pitching, but when he's just hitting as well, he's struggling this year. Rob G., give us the details.
Yeah, well, first off, in tonight's game, they're down 2-0, you mentioned. He's gone 3 innings. 4 strikeouts, no walks, 2 home runs given up, both solo shots. So that's what
which is a lot more runs than he's been giving up.
Exactly,
right? Because he hasn't been giving up anything.
As you mentioned, Rob, he just was named the NL Pitcher of the Month for the March-April span there in Major League Baseball. He's been really good, looking every bit like the Cy Young candidate that they said he would coming into this season. The only problem is that while his pitching is better than ever, his hitting is, on the flip side, worse than it's been in his career. He is 0 for his last 17, hasn't recorded a hit in a week. His longest hitless streak in 4 years. He's only got 1 homer since April 12th. And his OPS is the first time it's been below 850 this deep into a season in 3 years. So Dave Roberts has said he's made the decision starting tonight and I guess moving forward. On the days that Ohtani pitches, he will not NOT be a DH anymore. He will only be pitching on those days, and then he'll DH on the off days.
Keith, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I get the pitching thing. I understand he's a unicorn. Nobody's done it since Babe Ruth in the 1920s, all that. But even Babe Ruth came around, and they decided that, you know what? That bat, that stick is too big. Pause, okay. Not to have that guy.
Hey, yo!
not to have that guy hitting every day. Dude, 2 years ago, right? When he was injured, when he wasn't pitching, and he had the 50-50. Was that last year? What am I thinking?
2 years ago,
2 years ago. That's what I thought. When he had the 50-50, right? 50 home runs, 50 stolen bases, all that. Unbelievable year and whatnot. And now the more we get to see him when he hits and pitches, he's not the same guy. I don't care what anybody says. If I have to give up one, I'm giving up the pitching. As much as pitching is big, in order to win the World Series, Keith, we both know baseball. We understand the importance of pitching. But I can't lose a bat where this guy now is not going to hit on daisy pitches. Take him out of the lineup. He's pitching really well, but scuffling offensively. Rob G just mentioned OPS down big time and worst in 3 years. He's on an 0 for 17 clip, not hitting home runs. This ain't no blip. I got too much data that tells me when he's playing every day and he's an offensive guy, that he is one of the best players. Now when you water him down with the pitching, he ain't the same guy. If I have to pick one, I want a guy who plays every day, who's going to play 158 games, who's going to have a chance to hit 50 home runs, who's going to be that guy at the top of my lineup and a threat every time he comes to the plate, over a guy who's going to play once every fifth day or not going to hit, or his pitching is going to derail his hitting. I'm not with it anymore. It was cute. It's now fugly. How's that?
Well said. I'm not going to disagree. I think the loneliness is hitting him. He's been without Ippei for some time now. It's getting lonely over there. But I'm an Ohtani hater, so I'll just lay out. Listen, he's a left-handed bat. He's a leadoff hitter. You're going to want that bat in the game 4 times a game. That's more important. These are the deferred Dodgers, right? All the money that they have, they can always go and buy pitching. I'm sure they'll try to put a bid on.
They have enough now. If they want to be honest, go look at the pitching.
They don't need it. They don't need. They won a World Series without him pitching. They honestly won that World Series with him hurt. So, like, the allure and the effect of the Ohtani unicorn, like, they've already made their money. They've made his contract back. They've already won back-to-back championships. They might win 3. Who knows? I would try to keep him healthy for the duration of the contract. He's 31. He's only getting older. And I would just say, hey, listen, we have this universal DH, and we've had it for years. You're just going to be a DH. Maybe they start to scale it back, and we have seen them scale it back. Maybe you scale it back and make them come out of the bullpen. But I just think, the throwing, and I know he fashioned himself as a pitcher, I think, coming into the league, but I just don't think it's worth it. I think you want that bat, leadoff bat, left-handed bat, power bat in your lineup.
Wouldn't you like to get away? Oh, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. What?
Kelvin Washington.
And they're always glad you name. Who else, Alex?
Rob Sterling Jr.
It's the Odd Couple. Rob Kelvin, TV theme song Thursdays, provided by DJ Ali Alex.
I did pull out.
Thank you, Tiger.
Hey, it's Tiger.
Thank you to J.R. Gamble, Ian Begley, everyone who joined us. All that will be up on the pod. Rob G will get it up. That sounded crazy too. Wherever you get your podcast, you can find it. Of course, search Odd Couple FSR. And wherever you get them, you'll find it there. Rate it. Give us 5 stars. Review. All that good stuff. Share the pod as well. We greatly appreciate it. You'll get the full version and a best of version posted right at the end of the show.
So how's Rob G get it up?
I know, man. Dang. I had not given you any content in quite some time. My bad. I'm slipping on that one.
We've been missing it.
I know. Last call.
This is the last call.
Last call time on the Odd Couple.
I think I'm moving to Mexico.
Wait, when did you say you're moving to Mexico?
I think I'm moving to Mexico.
I I thought you were going back to New York.
What's wrong with Mexico?
I think I'm moving to Mexico.
Yeah, I'm not going to retire in Mexico. I'll go visit, but I'm not going to retire.
Why not?
I got to go to Mexico City. I've never been.
Oh, man.
Heard amazing
I've been
things.
there.
Yeah, I heard amazing things about
Well, they got like 10 million, 12 million, 14 million people in the city. It's
in one
amazing.
city.
What is it? Can you look it up, somebody?
No, you're right.
I want to say
it's a
like
massive.
it's like 10 or 12 million. I might be wrong. Am I wrong? It is huge. Unbelievable.
Food. I heard food is amazing. You went there and didn't even eat no Mexican food.
City proper, 9.2 million.
I know. I say
Greater
originally.
metropolitan area, 22.5.
Crazy.
Sheesh.
22 and a half in the metropolitan area.
Yeah, so is New York of Mexico.
All right, hey, Reggie in Georgia.
You are the last caller here on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
What a blessing it is to be on. Long-time listeners, first-time callers.
Wow.
Man, I gotta say, man, y'all the best show on radio, man. When y'all go on vacation, I just feel sick. I don't know what. and Kelvin, let me tell you something. I didn't want to love you at first because I don't like change. But, brother, you came in and you kicked the door down, and I got your back from now on, man. You the man. You the man.
Oh, man. Reggie, man, I appreciate that, brother. It means a lot.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Rob G, we got to get Reggie our schedule. We not going to be here.
Hey, as we get ready for our 8th anniversary in September. Can you believe that?
What are we doing?
It'll be 8 years.
The 21st night of the
Yes.
8th year in September.
That's right. All right, Reggie, what you got?
He hung up.
Oh, was that it? That was the last call.
Look at that.
And
Dang,
the
you wanna show
crazy,
love?
but the crazy part though is that when this is all a wrap, you might actually be longer than Chris was on the show. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
You're like LeBron's Lakers versus him with the Cavs.
Think
Like,
about
you don't
that.
think about it. You're
You
like,
don't
he's
think-
actually
yeah,
been
that's a
there
good point.
longer.
That's
But
a good point.
you could actually,
That's a
unless
good-
you quit or we get rid of you.
I don't
or
like the way you
something.
said
know
that,
what I'm
though.
saying?
I don't
Where's
like the way you
Kelvin's
leaned
Heat
it.
season at?
You know?
Where was that one at?
When is he going to
Spectrum?
leave and then come back?
Yeah,
I've
when's
been
that?
stuck
No.
for a long time.
Once you leave this show,
You don't come back.
I told
Hold on,
Chris.
don't be trying to make the rule. No, once
you leave, you're done.
No, Rob G, you know
might-
good well.
you
If
might-
some reason he had to leave, you know it's an exception, right?
No, I'm not coming
If
back.
you had to leave
I'm
for
not
whatever
coming back.
reasons,
No.
you know you'd be like, Scott, I just had to do that thing when I had to do that thing.
No,
I'm back. Baby, I'm back. You know you would. Don't play. No. Oh, yeah, by the way, so shout out to Reggie. Appreciate it, man. Very kind words.
No, that was
seriously.
very nice.
Lakers now. It's Thunder.
game's over.
Well, yeah,
11-4.
11-4, 7 minutes left in the first. And the Thunder just, it might be bad after this shot. They're so hard to beat. My gosh, they're loaded. My whole point I was going to bring up, Rob, sometimes you have to just know, like, another team, like, this is what they do. This is how they play. And now I'm going to the Pistons. The Pistons, we talked about it. They don't necessarily shoot the three ball. They maybe don't have, like, a big-time secondary score, although Tobias Harris now, I think, 7 games straight at 20-plus points. But one thing they do, they led the league in points off turnovers. They're going to play great defense. And James Harden acting as if, they didn't do nothing, and I'm going to be better. Watch, it's all me. Well, he didn't do nothing today. Left Donovan Mitchell, who finally had a really good game in the postseason this year. 31 points from him. Played well, shot just below 50%, but, got them back in this game. Even got a 2-point lead at one point. You know what James Harden did? 37 minutes, 10 points, 3 of 13, 0 for 4 from 3, 4 turnovers. It was minus 15. No one else was even in double digits minus on the Cavs.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I called them the Pafot
Which one was that?
yesterday.
Yeah, it was a lot of oats. I had to remember.
The Pafot, the playoffs failure of all time, and he just lives up to it.
He
doesn't even have to be great. Like, if he could just give them a normal game, they have a chance to win that game. They fought all the way back, took a lead, but you got to have somebody who can finish.
3 of
and
13 ain't going to cut it.
Right, and you have to do that. Like, if you make 3 baskets, they win that game. Like, seriously. It ain't – you don't need to go 10 for 13 from the field.
Oh, and by the way, let me add this. What was that stat you said about he has more turnovers than what was
so
it?
Here we go. More turnovers than made baskets.
Guess what he did
times.
again?
46 times now.
Well, make it 40. Did you include this
That
one?
includes tonight.
Okay, 46 now.
More
he had
than 25% of the games he's played. And now almost 20% of his playoff games, he's had 3 or fewer field goals made.
Crazy.
Dude,
so tomorrow's a
crazy.
Friday. Man,
It
the
is.
week is here already.
What do you mean, the weekend?
Yeah, the weekend. The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?